welcome to tonight's main event.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the barrel's in your mouth. Bring 'em out.
All right, fans, would you welcome to the field your defending American Association champion, Wichita Wingnuts!
Still ballin', money stacked all the shack now. Still push the button and let the people back down. I'm on the road doing shows to the back down. Listen to the Philly, have a curve with the chat time. Got the crowd yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. I'm a hot girl, bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Fans, this time would you please rise and remove your caps and honor the colors as the Kansas Army National Guard presents our colors tonight. Fans, at this time, would you please make welcome to the field, performing our national anthem this evening, Nancy Mueller.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rugged red glare among bursting in it came through the night. Let us let us still there. Oh, take us that star-spangled banner yet wave. For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Fans, please remain standing as the colors exit the field. applause for Nancy Mueller and the singing of our national.
Laredo Lemurs Baseball is on the air, brought to you by Popeye's Chicken, AEP Texas, Armadillo Homes, Ascending Technologies, Ashley's Furniture of Laredo, Capital Care EMS, Chavarias Plumbing, Core Business Solutions, Driscoll Health Plan, Falcon International Bank, Family Chevrolet, Gold's Gym, Guerra Communications, HEB, iGadget Repair Center, Kaplan College, Laredo International Airport, Laredo Pony League, Laredo Sports Medicine, Mike's Paint Place, Pepsi, Pro Mega Signs, Southern Distributing, Southern Sanitation, Talk and Talk Wireless, TAMU Housing and Residence, Texas Farm Bureau, Texas Inflatables, Texas Outlaw Grill, Tokyo Garden, Total Termite Pest and Control, Uni-Trade 40, Whataburger of Alice. And now here's Bill Harrington with all your Laredo Lemurs play-by-play action.
All right, good evening, Lemurs fans. Bill Harrington coming to you live from Lawrence Dumont Stadium tonight. Tonight is Game 4 of this 5-game series between the Laredo Lemurs and the Wichita Wingnuts. The Lemurs lead the series 2-1, and with a victory tonight, they can move on to the American Association Championship. So let's go and get you your starting lineup for tonight's ball game. For the Lemurs, they're going to lead off with Ty Morrison. He's playing out in left field. Abel Nieves will bat second and plays second base. Kevin Taylor's the designated hitter. He'll bat third. Dennis Phipps is playing out in right field. He'll bat in the fourth spot. Travis Danker playing first base. He's batting fifth. J.D. Pulfer will play shortstop and bat in the sixth hole. Drew Martinez is the center fielder batting seventh. Juan Silverio will play third base and bat eighth. And Phil Pohl will do the catching tonight and bat ninth. There goes the throw down to second base, and we're just about ready to go. Jason Van Skyke getting the start tonight for Wichita. So Jason Van Skyke, another tough customer in this Wichita Wingnuts starting rotation. And the Laredo Lemurs are going to send up Ty Morrison to get things started. Well, Morrison got the Lemurs off to a good start yesterday. Morrison got a single, then later on in the inning with 2 outs, was driven home by Dennis Phipps. So let's see if Ty Morrison can help out the Lemurs again, and that's in this same situation. Wichita won yesterday's game 4-3 over the Lemurs. Here's the first pitch. It's in there for a strike on the inside corner. Your game time is 7:09. Game time temperature is 80 degrees here in Wichita, and wind's blowing pretty briskly here tonight. Here's the pitch. That one is a strike on the outside corner, a change up there. No balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, wind blowing out to left field. It's going to blow to 15 to 25 miles an hour tonight, so a pretty good breeze going out to left field at this moment. And Van Skyke, a righty, he delivers again, and that pitch is swung and lined up the middle, a base hit. So Ty Morrison singles again for the Laredo Lemurs to start off the ball game. So another solid start for the Laredo Lemurs. Ty Morrison in the series now is 5 for 13 with that base hit right there. So he's done well for the Lemurs. He has picked up a base hit in each and every game of the series so far. And here's Abel Nieves coming up to the plate for Laredo. No score, just underway here from Lawrence Dumont Stadium. And here's the very tough out. Abel Nieves stepping into the batter's box. Nieves has struggled a little bit in this 3-game set. He's batting in 154. He's 2 for 13 so far. And the pitch swung on and fouled away. So Abel Nieves, last year he played for the Wichita Wingnuts in their playoff series. In fact, Abel was a big part of the reason that Wichita went on to win the American Association last year. Well, last year in the playoffs for Wichita, Abel Nieves did very well, and he's looking to turn it up here for the Laredo Lemurs. A runner at first base, Ty Morrison. He's definitely a threat to go, but John Nestor's behind the plate. He's got a good arm. Abel Nieves hits one off the plate, and they'll go hopping over into foul territory on the third base side. Well, working underneath clear skies tonight, but like I said, that breeze is blowing pretty good, so anything that gets hit to left field should get a little extra power to it just due to that wind. Last night, we saw Ty Morrison come up in the 9th inning for the Lemurs with a runner on. Ty Morrison at the plate was the go-ahead run at the time for Laredo, and he hit one out to right center field, and it fell about 5 to 6 feet short of going over the wall. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. A changeup swung on, grounded up the middle. Vargas is there. He'll grab it. He'll touch the bag at second. He'll flip over to first, and that's a double play.
That's Ascendio
So a tailor-made double play there for Leo Vargas on the Wichita Wingnuts. That quickly creates 2 outs, and Kevin Taylor now will come up to the plate for the Laredo Lemurs. Yeah, very big game here tonight for the Laredo Lemurs. They do not want to play tomorrow. They have to win tonight's ball game, or else you give a whole lot of momentum to the Wichita Wingnuts going into tomorrow's game. Tomorrow's game will be the 5th and deciding game if it is played. Here's a ground ball off the bat of Taylor. He swings at the first pitch. It goes to Andy LaRoche. He'll take care of it, and that's a kind of a 3-up and 3-down inning. Ty Morrison reached, but a double play ball erased him, and now Kevin Taylor grounds out on 1 pitch, and we are going to go to the bottom of the 1st inning. No score in the ball game. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
For all of your vehicle collision repair and paint needs, there's only one place to turn: Mike's Paint Place. Mike's Paint Place has computerized color matching and digital imaging. They also do full frame and suspension repairs. Stop by and see Mike's Paint Place today at 6410 Polaris Drive in Laredo.
Uni-Trade continues to provide solutions in foreign trade through a highly satisfactory customs brokerage service. Uni-Trade has quality trained personnel devoted to the highest level of customer service. For all your transportation, distribution, and consolidation needs, it's Uni-Trade. Chavarrias Plumbing's the #1 choice for any plumbing problem. Chavarrias is a full-service company with up-to-date technology trained professionals. With over 30 years of service to the community, Chavarrias is still growing strong. Visit chavarriasplumbing.com and go Lemurs!
Breakfast speaks for itself here at Whataburger. It's going to be hot, it's going to be fresh.
It's almost like when you were a kid and you wake up in the morning, you can smell mom cooking breakfast.
I like their hash browns.
My favorite is the honey butter chicken biscuit. I like the taquitos.
We have some fresh cracked eggs here.
I like these pancakes because they're fluffy.
I really like the fact that you can get into Whataburger real fast and bring it on the go.
We're cooking breakfast for you at Whataburger.
Tokyo Garden of Laredo is located at 2515 East Del Mar Boulevard, and they serve the best sushi in town. Stop by Tokyo Garden for a quick lunch or a fancy dinner. Either way, you're going to enjoy our fine cuisine. Did you just get off work? Then come on by and check out our happy hour specials. Tokyo Garden, where you'll find the best sushi in Laredo.
Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are a winning combination. At Falcon, they know what counts: personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you.
All right, quickly, here's the Wingnuts starting lineup. Nick Van Stratton leading off, playing out in center. Taylor Oldham's the DH. He's batting second. Brett Cleveland playing right field. He's batting in the 3 spot. Andy LaRoche will play first base and bat fourth. TJ Middlestat's at third base, batting in the 5 hole. John Nestor will do the catching and bat sixth. Harrison Kane's out in left field, batting seventh. Leo Vargas is the shortstop. He will bat eighth, and Taylor Smart playing second base and batting ninth. So here we go, bottom of the 1st inning, and Luis Poyorena getting a start tonight for the Laredo Lemurs. We did not expect this, at least I did not, and my fellow broadcaster over there for the Wichita Wingnuts, Jason Kemp, we did not see this coming. Here's the pitch, and that one is outside for a ball to Nick Van Stratton. Manager Pete Incaviglia throwing everybody up here a little bit of a curveball. Leondi Perez would have been scheduled to throw today. Here's the pitch. That one's on the outside corner for a strike. There was also talk about Henry Garcia going on short work today, but manager Pete Incaviglia goes with Luis Poyorena, a guy that has worked as a starter and as a reliever for the Lemurs. He throws another one that misses low. 2 balls and 1 strike. So, of course, Luis Poyorena, he's Laredo's own. Grew up in Laredo, Texas, went to United High School there. The 2-1 pitch, swung on a ground ball up the third baseline, foul. So who better to start a game that can possibly be clinched by the Laredo Lemurs today than a guy that has grown up in Laredo, Texas, went to Mississippi State University to play his college baseball, but he's back here now with the Laredo Lemurs after a short time with the Texas Rangers organization. 2 balls and 2 strikes, no score in the ball game. Nick Van Stratton, the batter, he sees a pitch, he lines it into center field. Drew Martinez will come in, now he'll take a few steps back and he'll make the catch, and Van Stratton lines out to center. There's 1 out, and Taylor Oldham coming up to the plate. So an interesting move here by manager Pete Incaviglia. We'll see how long Luis Poyorena can go in the ball game. His last start for the Lemurs was on August 26th. And that was against the Grand Prairie Airhogs. He did not get a decision in that game. He ended up going 4 1/3. So he's had 4 outings since then where he has not started, and he has not pitched in this series yet. So here's Taylor Oldham. Oldham takes a fastball outside. Brian Child, the home plate umpire, by the way. Joey Stegner over there at first base. Trent Delmont's the second base umpire, and Kyle Galuba over at third. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and that one is a slider, misses low and inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Brian Child, probably one of the best balls and strike callers in the American Association, so we should see a pretty clean game behind the plate tonight for the umpire. Here's the 2-0 pitch, and that one is right down the middle, called a strike, right at the knees. I've always been impressed with Brian Child's work behind the plate, and every single time he does not disappoint. So the guys usually get a pretty tight strike zone down there. He's not going to give you too much on the corners. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and that one is on the outer third of the plate, calling the strike. Oldham didn't like it too much, but definitely over the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Taylor Oldham. Brent Cleveland is on deck. Luis Poyorena looks to be in good form so far in the early going. 2 balls and 2 strikes, the delivery. That one is a slider that misses low. That one was on the inside corner of the play, but it missed a little bit low in the zone. So making a full count here to Taylor Oldham. So now Poyorena has to come across the plate. He does not want to walk Oldham. Last night, the Lemurs walked 7 batters. And like I said, they end up losing the game 4-3. So Poyorena gets the sign. He's a lefty. He deals. That one swung on and chopped over to the shortstop. Pulfer has it. He'll throw over to first base. Denker's right there to make the catch, and it's a 6-3 putout. So 2 down, and Brent Cleveland coming up to the plate.
Number 22, Brent Cleveland.
So Cleveland, a right-handed batter for the Wichita Wingnuts. Spent a lot of time this year in the Mexican leagues and has come back to play with the Wichita Wingnuts down the stretch here. It's not a bad pickup for Wichita, but he hasn't done all that well in the series. He's only 1 for 13 with a strikeout. He sees a fastball here. It clips the outside corner for a strike. Yeah, he went 1 for 5 yesterday, struck out yesterday as well. And Brent Cleveland standing very close to the plate right now. The 0-1 pitch, and that one's on the inside corner for a strike. A changeup there from Poyorena. No balls and 2 strikes. So Poyorena trying to retire the side in order against Wichita. The Lemurs were retired semi in order. There was a base hit, but a double play erased it after that. Next pitch misses low to Cleveland. 1 ball and 2 strikes. No score in the ball game. Bottom of the first. Brett Cleveland last year in the playoffs played in 7 games for Wichita as he swings here and grounds one over to Abel Nieves. Nieves bobbles a little bit but throws over to first base quickly and gets the out. Yeah, Cleveland last year for Wichita in 7 games in the playoffs, he hit .269 there. So 3 up and 3 down for the Wingnuts here in the first inning. We'll go to the top of the second. No score in the ball game. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas, as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to people wondering L-I-T-E, that's how you spell light, which led to people thumbing through their dictionaries, which led to there's got to be a better way to look up words, which led to the invention of spell check, which led to better resumes, promotions, celebrations, and happy hour. Miller Lite, we invented light beer and happy hour. You're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Right now, when you sign up for a Gold's Gym membership, you'll get tons of extras completely free. Confidence, free. Compliments from your coworkers, free. And the desire to wear tiny bathing suits, you guessed it, free. You'll be stronger with extras, and you'll be stronger with Gold's Gym. Know your own strength. Tiny bathing suit not included.
In over 40 years, nobody's helped more families achieve the American dream of home ownership than Armadillo. In fact, Armadillo Homes has built more homes than all other builders combined. And there are reasons for this: integrity, responsibility, service, and of course, quality. So if you're thinking about making the greatest investment in your life, think of the one builder who's dedicated its entire life to helping the Laredo family. Think Armadillo Homes, armadillohomes.com. Go Lemurs.
All right, Dennis Phipps is going to lead it off for Laredo as we go to the top of the second inning. Jason Van Skyke back up there on the mound. He works out of a 3/4 spin and throw home, so he doesn't go out of the full windup. Here's the pitch, and that one is a breaking ball low and outside to Phipps. Phipps so far in the series, he's having a good series. He's 7 for 13. He has scored 5 runs, and he has 4 RBIs for the Laredo Lemurs. Here's the pitch. And that is a breaking ball, misses low and away. 2 balls and no strikes. So good to see Dennis Phipps having a good series. He went 2 for 4 yesterday, and he's picked up at least 2 hits in every game so far. He went 3 for 5 in the first game of the series back in Laredo. 2 balls and no strikes. Van Skyke throws, and that pitch is swung on, hit on a line into left field. Harrison Kane's right there, though. He'll bring it in, and that's going to be the first out of the inning. So Phipps hits it well, but right at the left fielder, and that'll bring up Travis Danker now for Laredo.
Web Road and comprised of 16 board-certified orthopedic surgeons.
So Danker so far in the series, he has done well as well. He's 5 for 12 in the series. Remember, he had 2 home runs in the first game of the series. Ended up picking up 5 RBIs in that ball game for the Lemurs. So no score in the ball game, top of 2. And the pitch from Van Skyke. That's a changeup that misses low and outside for Laredo during the regular season. Travis Danker played in 20 games. He hit .361. Here's a 1-0 pitch. Danker swings and pops it up into right field. Charging in is Brett Cleveland. Cleveland seems to have this one under control. He'll put on the brakes and catch it off to his left. And there's 2 down just like that. J.D. Pulfer now coming up to the plate. Well, it might take the Lemurs a time or 2 around before they can get to Jason Van Skyke. Van Skyke is no slouch out there. You know, the guys try to get to the pitchers early, and if they can't get to the guy early, then they'll sometimes have to end up getting to him the second or third time around. Sooner or later, they'll figure him out because the Lemurs have a very good hitting baseball club. Yesterday, the Lemurs were happy to see Tim Brown leave the ball game. Brown was doing very well against the Lemurs. Here's the pitch to J.D. Pulfer. Pulfer swings and grounds one over to the right side. In front of it is Taylor Smart. He'll flip to first, and that's going to be the 3rd out. So that inning goes by quickly for the Lemurs. 3 up and 3 down, and we're going to head to the bottom of the 2nd inning. We have no score here. Andy LaRoche, TJ Middlestead, and John Nestor coming up to the plate. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Capital Care EMS, located at 1510 Calle Norte, Suite number 11, invites you to experience a new standard in medical transportation, servicing Laredo and all surrounding areas. Capital Care EMS provides transports to wound care treatments, HBO treatments, dialysis treatments, doctor's appointments, radiation treatments, chemotherapy treatments, and many more. From emergency medical transport to x-rays and lab work, our state-certified EMTs and paramedics are readily available 24 hours a day when you need them most. Capital Care EMS accepts most major medical insurances, including Medicare, Medicaid, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Aetna, and many more. Capital Care EMS is locally owned and operated. Call now for your free consultation. 956-712-8911. That's 956-712-8911. Capital Care EMS, creating a new standard in medical transportation. Capital Care EMS, the official ambulance of your Laredo Lemurs.
We all know we can accomplish more when we're ready. That's why I've chosen Texas A&M International University. I want a 4-year degree and the opportunities that it brings. TAMU has welcomed me and more than 7,000 students from around the world. TAMU empowers me to greatness, ignites my mind, and propels me to my future and my impact. Imagine the possibilities when you're powered by TAMU.
Register now for summer and fall. Visit tamu.edu and get powered.
All right, you heard the man, Andy LaRoche, coming up to the plate. No score in the game. We go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Yesterday, this is when the Wichita Wingnuts struck for 3 runs. They got 3 runs in the bottom of the 2nd inning, so Luis Poyorena throws. That one clips the outside corner for a strike. A changeup there from Poyorena. Poyorena throws a fastball, a slider, and a changeup. No balls and 1 strike to LaRoche. First baseman tonight for the Wingnuts. The pitch. That pitch is a slider. It misses low and inside. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Lemurs have a base hit. Otherwise, it's been pretty quiet here so far through the first 3 half innings. And the 1-1. That one is low, but went across the outside corner of the plate. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Andy LaRoche. LaRoche so far in this series, he's 2 for 9 with 3 runs, a home run. He has an RBI and 3 walks. He's also struck out once. The 2-1 pitch, he swings right over the top of that one. Makes it a 2-2 count. Another changeup there from Poyorena. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Andy LaRoche, the former big leaguer. He played in 404 Major League Baseball games. He hit .226 with 22 homers and 113 ribbies in the majors. Here's another pitch that misses low and outside, so that's going to run the count full. Second time tonight, Poyorena's gone full against a batter. He did it as well against Brent Cleveland, the last batter in the first inning. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Poyorena works out of the stretch with nobody on. He throws, and that one is low, ball 4. So a walk to LaRoche. That's going to be his 4th walk in the series. So he'll take his bag, and coming up to the plate now for the Wichita Wingnuts is TJ Middlestat. Middlestat has been playing a very nice third base so far in the series for Wichita. He plays a nice third base anytime that we see him. But he's been doing a nice job over there quite a bit against the Laredo Lemurs so far through the first 3 games of this 5-game series. Remember, if the Lemurs win tonight, they move on to the American Association Championship. Here's a pitch. It misses outside. Middlestat so far in the series, he's only 1 for 10. He picked up that 1 hit in yesterday's game. It was a double. And he also drove in a run yesterday with a walk included. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swung on and lifted over into foul territory down the left field line. Long run for Ty Morrison, and he's going to miss it by about 5 feet. A lot of foul ball territory here in Wichita. Probably some of the biggest foul ball territory in the American Association, and Morrison definitely had a chance to get to that one. But, of course, he wasn't playing in direct left field. He plays a little bit over closer to left center field, so a super long way to run, especially with a left-handed batter up. But the ball was hit pretty high. So a runner at first base. Yesterday, Andy LaRoche stole a bag. And the pitch. Swung on and a fly ball hit into right center field. This one might be trouble. It's going to land and keep on rolling. LaRoche is around second. He's heading over to third base. He's going to be waved home. The ball's all the way out at the wall. Going into third base is TJ Middlestat. LaRoche scores, and Middlestat's in at third with a triple. It's 1-0 Wichita. So just like that, the Wichita Wingnuts are up on the board. And here comes John Nestor to the plate. You know, you look at the lineups, you compare the 2 lineups, and batter per batter on each side. I mean, the Lemurs definitely have the advantage. But right now, the Wichita Wingnuts have taken the lead. Luis Poyorena out there on the hill. He's staring into Phil Pohl to get the sign. Nestor into the batter's box. The infield's going to play in now for Laredo. The pitch swung on and fouled away off to the right side. So an early 1-0 lead for Wichita just like that. And the walk there by Luis Poyorena comes back to bite him. It's one thing you don't want to do is walk guys. It tends to hurt teams really quickly. And we just saw that right here. No balls and 1 strike. The pitch. Swung on and a line drive right by Pulfer into left field. A base hit. That'll bring home Middlestat from third, and it's a 2-0 lead for Wichita. Well, Nestor had the benefit of having the infield pulled in. And if you could smoke one on the infield and get it by some guys, and next thing you know, you have an easy run coming in to score. You know, it's definitely the right move by the Lemurs to pull in the infield in that situation. They don't want to let that run come in if they don't have to. And who knows if J.D. Pulfer would have got to that ball anyway. It was hit pretty hard, and if Pulfer's playing at his regular shortstop position, that one probably gets by him. Here's Harrison Kane up to the plate. 2-0 Wichita. The pitch. Kane takes a slider and misses low and inside. Kane so far in the series, he's probably having the best series of anybody on the Wichita club. He's 5 for 10. He has scored 2 runs. He has a double and 3 RBIs. Remember that double and 3 RBIs all came back in the first game of the series. Here comes the 1-0 delivery. Swung on and fouled back. That's going to get up and underneath us here at the ballpark. So 1-1 count. Nobody out so far. First 3 batters have reached for the Wingnuts, and Harrison Kane trying to do some damage against his former club. Harrison Kane played for 2 different teams during the regular season. He played for the Sioux Falls Canaries to get things started. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and that is low. Then he was traded over to the Wichita Wingnuts. He played 38 games in Sioux Falls. He hit .231, which is kind of strange because that's a hitter's ballpark. And even though you play half your games on the road, still strange for Harrison Kane. Definitely a hitter's ballpark there, and you would think that his batting average would be a little bit higher when he did have 4 home runs there. Here's the 2-1 pitch, swung on, chopped off the plate. Charging the ball is Abel Nieves. He tags Nestor going by, flips over to first base, and gets the double play. Nicely done there by Abel Nieves. Nestor trying to avoid Nieves at all costs, but couldn't get out of the way of him. So nicely done play there by Abel Nieves, and quickly 2 down. In that situation, maybe if you're Nestor, you might want to backtrack and go ahead and go back to your own bag, even though it's a force. If Abel Nieves tries to realize, hey, I can't get the out here, he throws to first base, and then all of a sudden, you have a runner that you can get out at first base, and once that runner is out at first, as the first pitch to Vargas misses outside, once that runner is out at first, then it takes off the force at second base, and Nestor can just go back to first. Just an idea. 1 ball and no strikes. And the pitch. The swing and a ground ball over to the third baseman. Silverio has it. He'll take a couple of steps, make a strong throw, and that'll do it for the Wichita Wingnuts. But they strike here. They score 2 runs. They get 2 runs on 2 hits. There are no errors and nobody left. We're going to go to the top of the 3rd inning. The Lemurs in a 2-0 hole. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que le salió el primer diente a tu hijo? ¿Que tu abuelita aprendió a tuitear? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? La respuesta es la misma. Pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres. Pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnesazo. Carne asada con ganas, solo en H-E-B.
Since Ascending Technologies opened for business in 1998, they have worked to establish solid relationships with their clients. They are set to maintain the highest standards of service and integrity and to perform work of only the highest quality, achieving client satisfaction on every project. They have attained these goals through a tradition of care and professional pride. They serve a wide range of corporations and small business franchises. Ascending Technologies has the tools and expertise for any technical need that your business may have. Call us here in Laredo at 725-2654. That's 725-2654 for Ascending Technologies.
Before your Memorial Day party gets going, drive over to Ashley Furniture Home Store this week for our best Memorial Day sale ever. Get dramatic price reductions store-wide or no interest until January 2021. Choose from sofas and sectionals, all at unbelievably low prices. Plus, find savings on beds and amazing deals on dining rooms. It's our best Memorial Day sale ever, so don't wait. Hurry over to Ashley Furniture Home Store right now. Ashley Furniture Home Store. This is home. 4520 San Bernardo Avenue, Laredo, Texas, 956-712-2401. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
All right, the Lemurs are going to look to strike here. They don't want to leave those 2 runs hanging up on the board for too long from the Wichita Wingnuts. So here's Drew Martinez to start it off. It's going to be 7, 8, 9 in the batting order for Laredo. So 2 runs on 2 hits there for Wichita in the bottom of the 2nd. Van Skyke deals. That's a fastball in the outside corner just above the knee to Drew Martinez for the Laredo Lemurs. So Martinez so far in this series, he's 4 for 11. He picked up 3 hits yesterday, so he was seeing the ball well. The pitch swung on, and he fouls that one off the end of the bat. Looked like a breaking ball there from Van Skyke.
Is to never play with a splinter.
So Brian Child stepping out in front of home plate for some reason. It looks like he wants a couple of baseballs, or maybe he wants to give Nestor a little bit of a moment here. Maybe Nestor got hit by that foul ball. And the ball boy's coming out. And Nestor into a squat, and Brian Child asking for a couple of baseballs. But I'm wondering if Nestor's okay. Child trying to give him a few extra moments here. He might have caught that one off of his arm or something when the ball was fouled off by Drew Martinez. But Nestor didn't act like he was hurt. He just stayed in his crouch and kind of bowed his head a little bit. And, of course, Child went out in front of home plate. Well, there's no plate to clean here. It's all turf down there. The pitch. Swung on and lifted into left field. On the run is the left fielder Harrison Kane. Into foul territory he goes, and he makes the catch. Well, that one wasn't too far off the line. Kane didn't have as far as Ty Morrison had to go in the last half inning. So Kane was able to run underneath that one, and Juan Silverio will be the batter now for Laredo. 2-0 Wichita. So here's Juan Silverio. Silverio has not done well in the series at all at the plate. He's 0 for 10. In fact, he hasn't gotten a base hit since September 5th. And the pitch is a fastball. That one clips the outside corner. Yeah, last time Silverio got a hit was in the very first game against Sioux City. So it's been a while for him. Here's Van Skyke dealing, and that one swung in a ground ball over to the right side. The second baseman in front of it, Taylor Smart, will throw sidearm over to first base. He gets the out there. So 2 down, and Juan Silverio stays in his dry spell, but the Lemurs are definitely going to lead him in the lineup. Silverio's glove is very valuable over at third base. He plays a very good third base, and Lemurs waiting for Juan Silverio to break out of that little slump that he's in right now. Overall, it's been 5 games since he's picked up a base hit. So here's Phil Pohl into the batter's box. He sees a fastball. That one's on the outside corner. So we go from Juan Silverio, who's struggling, to Phil Pohl, who's really hitting the ball well for the Laredo Lemurs in this playoff series. He's got 5 hits over 3 games. The 0-1 pitch swung on and missed. A changeup there. Pohl way out in front. Yeah, so Pohl has done very well. He's 5 for 10 overall in the series with 4 runs. He's got a couple of doubles and a home run, and he also has 5 RBIs. Remember, that home run came in the first game of the series, and that was a grand slam off the bat of Pohl. And it gave the Lemurs a big lead. Here's the 0-2 delivery, and that one is in the dirt. Yeah, Phil Pohl's grand slam home run, at the time, the Lemurs were tied at 3 apiece, and he hit that grand salami and put a whole lot of momentum in the Lemurs dugout. Lemurs went on to win the game 12-3 that day. 1 ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs in the inning, top of 3, 2-0 Wichita. And the pitch. Swung on a line drive into left field, a base hit. That one's going to roll all the way out to the wall. It's by the Bob FM 97.1 sign, and going into second base with a double is Phil Pohl. There he goes. The hits keep on coming. I feel like a DJ up here with my 95.7 or 97.1 FM sign.
Left fielder number 35, Ty Morrison.
Of all my time on the radio, I've never had a chance to be a DJ. Missed out on my DJ opportunity. Oh, well. Here's the Ty Morrison stepping into the batter's box. So a runner at second base, and this will be a big chance here for the Laredo Lemurs. If they can drive into Phil Pohl, that'll definitely put a little momentum back into their dugout here as a strike's thrown right out of the hand of Jason Van Skyke to Ty Morrison. Morrison singled back in the first inning. No balls and a strike. 2 hits for each club now. And Van Skyke working out of the stretch. He'll set slowly right above the belt and deal. That is a changeup that goes over the plate on the outer third of the plate, just above the belt. So if Ty Morrison would have been looking for that changeup, he probably could have done some dirty damage with it. No balls and 2 strikes. Van Skyke dangles that right arm, and now he'll bring his hands together. Phil Pohl with his head on a swivel out there at second base. He's got a pretty good lead. The pitch. That one is low and outside. Of course, Phil Pohl, not a huge threat to run. He's a catcher. Of course, I said that yesterday when Andy LaRoche was out there, and LaRoche never stole a bag when he was with Wichita this year, and he went in on the very next pitch, right after I said that. Just kind of deflated my whole bubble. All the air went out of my balloon after that one. Here comes the 1-2 delivery from Van Skyke. Swung in a ground ball, softly hit up to the shortstop. Vargas has it before he hits the lip of the grass. He makes a strong throw over to first base. And that'll do it for the Lemurs. They get a base hit, but they leave him stranded. Phil Pohl doubles. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 left. We are going to go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. It's 2-0 Wichita.
Sweating through another barn burner at your team's bar?
Sure am.
Wish you had some ice-cold refreshment?
You bet.
Then Coors Light may be right for you. Could result in meeting new people. Epic fist bumps, epic forearm bumps, epic or chest bumps, touchdown dancing, break dancing, line dancing, dancing like nobody's watching, awesome refreshment for the win, and one-of-a-kind Rocky Mountain Cold refreshment. Ask your bartender for Coors Light today.
Definitely.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
Right now, you could be working towards an exciting new career in business administration. At Catholic College Laredo, you'll have the chance to gain professional skills and hands-on training. Earning a business degree could open the door to new career opportunities in fields such as accounting, human resources, banking, and marketing. Start on the path to your new career at Kaplan College. Call 800-617-0800. Right now, you could be working towards an exciting new career in business administration. At Kaplan College Laredo, you'll have the chance to gain professional skills and hands-on training. Earning a business degree could open the door to new career opportunities in fields such as accounting, human resources, banking, and marketing. Start on the path to your new career at Kaplan College. Call 800-617-0800.
Kaplan College does not guarantee employment or career advancement. Information about programs at www.kaplancollege.com/consumer-info.
All right, to the bottom of the third inning we go. Lemurs trail 2-0. And coming up for the Wichita Wingnuts is going to be Taylor Smart to lead it off, followed by Nick Van Stratton, then Taylor Oldham. So 9-1-2 in the batting order. Tonight the Wingnuts are wearing their black tops with white numbers and letters. The Lemurs are wearing their road gray uniforms. Usually the uniforms are picked by the starting pitcher, so they decide what uniform the team's going to wear. Bunt shown by Smart. He lays it down. Poyorena grabs it. He spins. He underhand tosses to Danker, and it's in time to get the out. So Taylor Smart retired. He tries to lay down a bunt, but it goes for naught with the quick feed out there of Luis Poyorena. The very last game of the season, the Lemurs were playing the Sioux City Explorers, and the Lemurs clinched the playoff berth the night before. So manager Pete Gavella allowed Luis Poyorena to play right field in that ball game. It was neat to see Poyorena play a little outfield and come up to the plate a couple of times for the Lemurs. But we see Lemurs starter here tonight, Luis Poyorena. He's back on the mound, and Nick Van Stratton takes a strike on the outside corner. No balls and one strike. It's 2-0 Wichita. Wichita looking to tie up the series. The Lemurs are up in the series 2-1 right now, and there's a changeup hit high off the plate. Poyorena tries to grab it. It hits his glove. Silverio has the ball. He throws a little wide to Danker. So Poyorena had it tip off of his mitt. Silverio tried to recover, and he did so and was able to get a throw off over to first base, but it was a wide throw. I don't know if they would have got Van Stratton out anyway. Nick Van Stratton very fast, so Van Stratton's going to get an infield base hit right there. Here comes Taylor Oldham to the plate. Well, Sioux City and St. Paul, they're playing baseball right now. That game has been going on for a while. I think they started at 5 o'clock up there tonight. So they might actually be close to done. They're in the bottom of the 7th up there in St. Paul. Runner at first base, and the pitch to Taylor Oldham. He swings through a fastball and misses it. So no balls and one strike quickly to Taylor Oldham. Oldham grounded out to the shortstop in his first at-bat. The Lemurs could use that right now. They can get a double play ball if Oldham hits it over to the shortstop. Of course, Oldham does have some speed. So does Nick Van Stratton at first base. The pitch swung and a ground ball. Lined right to Danker. Danker actually grabs it and touches Van Stratton and gets the out. I said ground ball, but it was a line drive, and Danker snagged it before it went into right field and was able to easily tag Van Stratton. So there's a double play, kind of an unconventional double play, but the Lemurs get it anyway. By the way, the score up in St. Paul is Sioux City 2, St. Paul 1. If Sioux City wins tonight, they will move on to the American Association Championship Series. Who will they play? One of these two teams. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball. Lemurs trail by 2.
3, 2, 1. Number 1. That's Laredo's #1 Chevy dealer. Family Chevrolet turns the best day ever into the best month ever. 15% off. Not good enough, but 25% off. Now that makes it the best month ever. With over 600 vehicles available, makes it the best pricing ever. 2015 Equinox, 2015 Traverse. Not 15, but 25% off. And the best financing rates for the best month ever. 1.9 interest. Family Chevrolet of Laredo.com. Come see why the deals are always better at Family Chevrolet. Family Chevrolet is the #1 volume Chevy dealer for a reason. Every customer rides during our spring cleaning closeout sale with massive price cuts on 600 Chevys. New 2015 Chevy Cruze. How about 25% off MSRP? Wow, that's huge. Or only $199 a month. New 2015 Malibu for only $269 a month. Or 25% off MSRP plus 2 years free maintenance and a 100,000-mile warranty. It's a spring cleaning closeout sale happening now at the #1 volume Chevy dealer. Come see why the deals are always better at Family Chevrolet.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to fewer guys with beer bellies, which led to more women attracted to those guys, which led to dates, second dates, wedding bells, and honeymoons, which led to hubbada, boom, which led to you. Miller Lights, we invented light beer, and you're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
All right, Abel Nieves is going to lead it off for the Laredo Lemurs as we move on to the 4th inning here in Wichita. So far, so good. A 2-0 lead for the Wichita Wingnuts. The pitch. That one is low. When I say so far, so good, I mean an entertaining ball game. You know, the Lemurs are down right now, 2-0. And Van Skyke will go into the windup. Here's the pitch. That one is low and outside. So a little bit about Jason Van Skyke for you. Van Skyke during the regular season this year went 7-8. So 7 wins, 8 losses. He posted a 4.88 ERA. He made 20 starts for Wichita. And the pitch, a fastball high. Hey, threw in those 20 games, pitched 116 innings and struck out 58 batters, walked only 33 and gave up 132 hits. His last start came on September 6th against Grand Prairie. Ended up taking a loss that day, the 3-0. Misses outside, so the Lemurs have a leadoff base runner. Abel Nieves walks, and Kevin Taylor coming up to the plate now for Laredo. In fact, Jason Van Skyke ended up losing his last 3 games that he started in. Started back on August 26th against St. Paul, took a loss there. Started against Amarillo on September 1st, took a loss there. Started against Grand Prairie on the 6th, took a loss there. But get this, his last win was on August 21st against your Laredo Lemurs. Here's the pitch. And that's a breaking ball that misses low and inside, and now Nestor coming out of his crouch. He's going to go talk things over with Van Skyke. In fact, Van Skyke had back-to-back starts against the Laredo Lemurs, one on August 15th, one on August 21st. He got a no decision in the first game, and the Lemurs went on to win that one 5-4. And then Wichita blew out the Laredo Lemurs 12-2 when he picked up the win on August 21st. Last year, Van Skyke did very well. Ended up putting up a 12-5 record as he helped the Wichita Wingnuts win the American Association title. He had a 3.35 ERA. Here's the 1-0 delivery, and a check swing by Taylor, and it's called a strike on the outside corner nonetheless. So Brian Child not worried about the check swing. It was a strike anyway. 2-0 Wichita. Lemurs wearing their road grays today. They look good on them. It says Laredo across the chest. 1 ball and 1 strike. Most of the Lemurs uniforms say Lemurs across the chest. The pitch. Swung on and missed. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Kevin Taylor. Jason Van Skyke last year in the playoffs put up a 2-0 record and a 3-even ERA. So he has playoff experience, and here he is pitching in another playoff game for the Wichita Wingnuts. And he checks on Abel Nieves over at first base. Nieves not a huge threat to run. The pitch. Swung and a line drive into right field. That'll be a base hit. Well, look at Nieves go now. He's around second, heading over to third base. And it's going to be Lemurs at the corners for Laredo. So now the Lemurs are in business here, and Dennis Phipps coming up to the plate for Laredo. This year, Jason Van Skyke against the Lemurs posted a 2-1 record and a 3.09 ERA. He pitched in 5 games against Laredo. He made those 5 starts against him. So he ended up with a 2-1 record and, like I said, a 3.09 ERA. In 2014 against Laredo, he was 2-1 with a 4.50 ERA. He has given up 5 total home runs to the Lemurs over the last 2 years. Here's Dennis Phipps, a guy with some power. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled back. That goes underneath us and takes a little hop and almost sneaks into the press box here. No balls and a strike, so it's 2-0 Wichita, but the Lemurs threatening. Runners at the corners and nobody out. Van Skyke again dangles that right arm as he holds the baseball, and now he'll bring his hands together. Here's the pitch. That one is in the dirt, blocked by Nestor. Nestor will keep it out in front of him. So Van Skyke total between the last 2 years, he is 4-2 against Laredo with a 3.79 ERA. That's over 9 games total. So he's fared pretty well. Tim Brown, yesterday's starter, has only had 1 loss against the Lemurs in his experience against Laredo. The Wichita Wingnuts have been a thorn in the side of the Lemurs over the last 4 years. The pitch, that one's in the dirt as well. Taylor's taken off. Nestor's going to throw. The slide by Taylor, it's not in time, so a nice job there by Kevin Taylor to take a chance with the ball getting away from the catcher Nestor. And that's a successful play there by Kevin Taylor to take that extra bag. So now he's at second, and the Lemurs have 2 runners in scoring position with a 2-1 count. So Dennis Phipps with a big opportunity now for Laredo to drive not only 1 but 2 runs in. But there is an open bag at first base, so Van Skyke can play with Dennis Phipps a little bit. He hits a ground ball here over to the second baseman. Nieves is going to come across the plate. He will score. Kevin Taylor moves up to third. Dennis Phipps is out 4-3, so Dennis Phipps does the minimum job that he needed to do and at least get a run home with a ground ball over to the right side. That'll be the first out in the inning. And here comes Travis Denker now for the Laredo Lemurs. So Danker's coming up to the plate with a runner at third. And once again, an open bag over there at first base. You know, you could walk Danker and pitch to J.D. Pulfer if you so choose. And Danker, a hot batter at the plate. Infield playing in for the Wichita Wingnuts. It's 2-1. The pitch, that one misses just a little bit low. So 1 ball and no strikes. Yeah, the infield playing in for Wichita. Runner at third and 1 out. They have yet to put the score up on the board. That makes me anxious when they do that, when they don't put the score up quickly. Makes me think I'm wrong. I know that run just scored. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. A breaking ball there to Travis Danker. That'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. We were someplace recently, and they were messing up the scoreboard left and right. I forget where it was exactly, but I kept remembering, man, am I right? Are they right? Who's right? The 1-1 pitch, swung in a chopper. Over the head of Vargas, into left field it goes. Coming in to score for the Lemurs is Taylor, and the Lemurs get a chop base hit off the bat of Danker. And Kevin Taylor's able to run home and score the tying run for the Lemurs.
Shortstop number 10, J.D. Pulfer.
And that'll bring up J.D. Pulfer now for Laredo. So the Lemurs can keep the rally going here, and they strike against Jason Van Skyke here in the inning. So it was a leadoff walk to Nieves and then a base hit by Taylor. That put runners at the corners, and then with Dennis Phipps up, there was a wild pitch that sent Taylor over to second. So all of it pays off for the Lemurs, and it's a 2-2 tie. Here's the pitch to Pulfer. Pulfer hits a ground ball. It's by the diving Middlestat in the left field. So the Lemurs stringing together some base hits here. And now runners at first and second base with 1 down. Well, this is a do-or-die game for the Wichita Wingnuts. You know, they cannot let things get out of hand on their end whatsoever. They have to play this game like it's their last possible game of the season. So if Van Skyke starts going off the rails a little bit, you're probably going to see some bullpen action pretty early in this ball game. And here comes Luke Robertson out of the dugout right now. He's the pitching coach for Wichita.
Center fielder number 4, Drew Martinez.
Of course, the Lemurs can play the game like it's a do-or-die situation if they wanted to, but they don't have to. They have the game tomorrow if indeed they lose this one tonight. So it's going to be an interesting scenario to see how all of this shakes out. Of course, not even, Van Skyke's not in a whole lot of trouble right now. It's just a tied game at 2 apiece. But if the Lemurs keep hitting him and he's not able to get back on track, then you'll see some quick action by the Wichita Wingnuts to get their bullpen up and running. So there goes the home plate umpire, Brian Child. He's going to go try to break up this conversation. Luke Robertson sees him out of the corner of his eye, so he'll break up the conversation himself and head back into the dugout. We're knotted up at 2 apiece. The Wichita Wingnuts, they got their 2 runs back in the second inning. The Lemurs are here in the 4th getting to Jason Van Skyke. And remember, I mentioned that, one time around, the Lemurs might not hit Van Skyke, but in the second time or third time around, they'll get to him. They have some professional hitters down there. The pitch swung and it's chopped up the middle right there. The second baseman, Smart flips to Vargas. Vargas over to first base, and that's a double play ball. So just like that, Jason Van Skyke settles everything down. But the Lemurs get a very important 2 runs to tie it up. We're going to head to the bottom of the 4th inning, knotted up at 2 apiece. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
South Texas families never strike out with Driscoll Health Plan. Catch the value-added services we pitch to our Medicaid members. Enjoy a free membership to specific boys and girls clubs. Receive gift cards for completing Texas healthcare checkups. Restrictions and limitations may apply. Visit us at DriscollHealthPlan.com.
We'd like to imagine that if you're listening to this, it's on a radio in a backyard in between innings. The grass was mowed this morning, and the grill smells like heaven. And what do you know? Your friends just arrived with a 24-pack of Miller Lite, along with a few new friends to enjoy them with. Here's hoping we're right, and you're not just stuck in traffic. Here's hoping it's Miller time.
Great beer, great responsibility. 2015 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Do you want to sit in a car for 7 hours, risk a flat tire, traffic, or highway construction delays? Fly direct from Laredo International Airport to Dallas-Fort Worth on American Airlines. From Dallas, you can change planes and take a flight to Tokyo, London, or even Rio de Janeiro. With 4 daily arrivals and departures, American Airlines is sure to have a connection that works best for you. So avoid spending hours in the car or risk an accident on the highway or even a flat tire. Fly in comfort from Laredo International Airport. Visit AA.com for details and to book a reservation.
Crowd at the bar making you sweat?
Uh-huh.
Could you use some ice-cold refreshment?
You bet.
Then Coors Light may be right for you. Could result in epic nights, maximum refreshment, great times, awesome memories, high fives, smiles, Rocky Mountain refreshment, Blue Mountain refreshment, quadruple epic refreshment, killer parties, and totally refreshed killer parties. Ask your bartender for Coors Light today.
Definitely.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
All right, so Brent Cleveland going to step into the batter's box as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. So Luis Poyorena has been given a tie game to work with here. We're all knotted up at 2 apiece. Cleveland takes a fastball right across the middle of the plate. So that one's a strike. No balls and a strike. So 2 runs for the Lemurs there in the 4th inning. 2 runs for Wichita back in the 2nd. And the pitch. And that one misses low and inside. 5 hits so far for the Lemurs and 3 hits for the Wichita Wingnuts. For Wichita this half inning, it's Cleveland, LaRoche, and Middlestat coming up to the plate. The delivery swung on and missed as Brent Cleveland swings right over the top of that one. Well, thanks for joining us here tonight. I know we have Lemurs fans and Wichita Wingnuts fans listening into the ball game this evening. I appreciate you tuning in. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The pitch, change up there, swung on and missed by Cleveland. He was way out in front of that one. And that's the first out. That's the first strikeout underneath the belt for Luis Poyorena. So here's LaRoche. LaRoche walked to start off the 2nd inning. He's the one that got that rally started for Wichita. He ended up coming around to score on the TJ Middlestat triple. So Poyorena will fire home, and that one swung off and hits the top of the plate, and somehow it hit LaRoche, and then it ends up rolling into foul territory. So Poyorena goes and runs that baseball down. He'll go ahead and get back up on top of the mound now for the Laredo Lemurs. So Luis Poyorena getting another start here for the Laredo Lemurs. Poyorena as a starter during the regular season for Laredo. He went 4-4 with a 3.84 ERA. Here's the pitch, and that one misses outside. Poyorena pitched in 36 total games for the Lemurs during the regular season and put up a 5-4 record and a 3.89 ERA. The 1-1 pitch, that one's low. His last start came on August 26th against Grand Prairie. There he threw 4 1/3, only gave up a run on 6 hits. So it was a short day, although it was a start for Poyorena. Lemurs went on to win the game 6-1. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Swung and a ground ball over to the third baseman. Silverio has it. He turns around, sets up, throws over to first base, and Andy LaRoche is retired 5-3. 2 down, and TJ Middlestat, the next batter. When Poyorena takes the mound, this number, of course, during the regular season, the Lemurs have 20 wins and 17 losses. That's both as a starter and as a reliever. So the Lemurs above 500 when Poyorena pitches. So that's amongst all of his outings on the season. So here's Middlestat into the batter's box. He's the one that has the triple under his belt. And the pitch swung on and fouled away. That gets up to the press level here at Lawrence Dumont Stadium, and I think it hit a window over to our left. There's a lot of stuff to our left. They have the sound room over there where the PA guy is, and the home broadcast booth is over there as well. The pitch on the 0-1, that one is swung through by TJ Middlestat, a slider there from Luis Poyorena. No balls and 2 strikes. So Poyorena awaits Middlestat to hit back into the batter's box. Middlestat waves the bat over the plate once. And the 0-2, that one is in the dirt, blocked by Phil Pohl. This year, Poyorena versus Wichita, he went 2-1 and had a 4.88 ERA. He pitched in 5 games and made 4 starts against this team. The 1-2 fastball might have been a little bit high there. It was on the outside corner, but it was a little bit up in the zone. So that'll even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Poyorena had an against average of .269, so Wichita hits .269 against the Lemurs starting pitcher today. The next pitch is outside for a ball. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Poyorena away from Uni-Trade Stadium this year. He's 3-0 with a 2.65 earned run average. He has pitched in 18 games away from Uni-Trade. The 3-2 pitch, called strike 3. Middlestat thought it was a ball. He threw away the baseball bat. Brian Child rung him up. And it's 3 up and 3 down for the Wingnuts. We're knotted up at 2 apiece as we go to the 5th. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Texas Inflatable Rentals has Laredo's largest water slides. We're proud to say that we serve the greater Laredo area and supply slip sliding fun for kids of all ages. Texas Inflatable Rentals has a huge selection of inflatables for every budget. And to add to the party, we rent tables, chairs, snow cone machines, popcorn machines, and cotton candy machines that will help take your party to the next level. We also have moonwalks and bounce houses. Contact Texas Inflatable Rentals at 956-436-3909 or at texasinflatablerentals.com and book with the coupon code LEMURS for a 10% discount. That's Texas Inflatable Rentals, Laredo's largest water slides.
Looking to travel this summer? If the year-round flights to Las Vegas aren't fit for you, take advantage of Allegiant's direct flights from Laredo International Airport to Orlando. For as low as $119 round trip, you and your family can be in Orlando in 2.5 hours. Fly in comfort from your Laredo International Airport. Visit Allegiant.com for details and specials. Texas Outlaw Grill is a proud sponsor of your Laredo Lemurs, specializing in outlaw delicacies such as the Texican, the Gringo, and the Bandit hot dog and their ever-famous barbecue burger. Be the first to try their groundbreaking Cabrito hamburger and Cabrito hot dog. For all to-go orders, catering, and fundraising information, go by 5209 Springfield Suite number 4 or call 956-771-1919. That's Texas Outlaw Grill. All right, the Lemurs are going to send Juan Silverio up to the plate. He'll be followed up by Phil Pohl, and then Ty Morrison will get a chance to swing the bat as well. So we're knotted up at 2 apiece as we go to the top of the 5th inning. Wind blowing out to left field right now here at Lawrence Dumont. It's possible that this can be the last game of the series that the Lemurs win. Silverio swings right through a high fastball. If the Wichita Wingnuts win, there will be a game tomorrow night, another 7:05 start here from Lawrence Dumont, and it'll be the 5th and deciding game of the series. So right now the Lemurs lead the series 2-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Silverio. Silverio trying to break out of a deep slump right now. The pitch is swung on and grounded foul. That one almost hops into the stands, but it keeps rolling down the left field line instead. So no balls and 2 strikes to Juan Silverio. Juan Silverio is the beer batter, if you can hear that in the background. They're rolling out the barrel for Juan Silverio. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and another chopper foul up the third base line. Gibby Villaclear will grab that one, the third base coach and bench coach for the Laredo Lemurs. So Gibby throws that one into the stands. No balls and 2 strikes. The fans rooting for beer here. The 0-2. That one is low and outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Between each pitch, they play some kind of beer song. And this time they don't seem to be playing it, but they have it up on the big board out in left center field. It says, tonight's beer batter, Juan Silverio. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. There you go, folks. Beer for everybody. So they have 20-ounce draft beers for half price here at the ballpark. Here comes Phil Pohl. Well, top of the 8th inning, Sioux City up 2-1 over the St. Paul Saints. So Sioux City with a chance to lock down a win tonight and move on to the American Association Championship Series. So it's possible it could be the Lemurs and the Explorers here in the championship if the Lemurs can win this game this evening. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nope, that's not the count. Misses outside. They haven't cleared the count since the last batter. So there they go. Now they've cleared it. But I just look up there. It just happens. It just falls right out of my mouth. Here's the 1-0. That one is a curveball. That one lands on the inside corner for a strike. Nicely done there by Jason Van Skyke. He threw a pretty pitch that time. 1 ball and 1 strike to Phil Pohl. So Van Skyke peers over his mitt. He shakes yes. And he delivers. Swung on and a chopper over to the third baseman. Middlestat backs up. He throws sidearm, and it's way off line, pulling the first baseman off the bag, and sliding in head first is Phil Pohl. That should be a base hit there, but we'll have to wait and see what the scorekeeper gives. We'll wait for the official scorekeeper to give us the yay or the nay. I will say it's a base hit, but I do not get the call. I do not get to put it down into the official scorebook. I can put it down in my own scorebook all I want. But when we get the stat pack later on tonight after the ball game, we'll get a box score, and Phil Pohl might not have a base hit in there. Here's Ty Morrison. Morrison shows bunt, pulls back, and watches it go by. It misses inside, and they do give it a hit. Good call there. 2 hits today for Phil Pohl. Pohl now with a double and a single in the game. And a runner at first base with 1 out for Laredo. Ty Morrison, he's got a base hit. That came back in the first inning. He grounded out to the shortstop in his last at bat. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball swung on, lifted in the air down the right field line. Coming in quickly is Brent Cleveland. Cleveland gets there. He puts on the brakes and makes the catch. So 2 down now for the Laredo Lemurs, and Abel Nieves is going to be the next batter.
Second baseman, number 14, Abel Nieves.
So Nieves walked back in the 4th inning. He came around to score. He was driven home by Dennis Phipps for the Laredo Lemurs. So here's Nieves into the batter's box. A runner at first base and 2 down, all tied up at 2 apiece. We're in the 5th. The pitch is very high. So make it 1 ball and no strikes to Abel. Lemurs and Wingnuts here tonight. And a spot start, in a sense, by Luis Poyorena. Leandri Perez would have been scheduled to pitch. It would have been his day normally if the Lemurs kept going in the same rotation. The 1-0 pitch is in there for a strike. Make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Leaves a question. You know, we also heard that Henry Garcia might get a start today. So it leaves a question. Is Henry Garcia going to go tomorrow? Or is Matt Sergey going to go tomorrow? If Sergey goes, he's going to be working on short work. Will Leandri Perez go tomorrow if the Lemurs have to go tomorrow? The 1-1 pitch swung on and a ground ball into left field. That's a base hit for Abel Nieves. So the Lemurs really putting all their marbles in tonight's basket and trying to win tonight's ball game. And of course, that's not a bad idea. Try to get this one taken care of here, and that way you don't have to worry about who's pitching tomorrow. Go home and get ready for whoever's next, either Sioux City or St. Paul. But if the Lemurs do have to play tomorrow, they have some different choices to make. Henry Garcia or Leandri Perez, I think, would be the main 2 that they'd have to think about. Runners at first and second base and 2 down. And the pitch. And that's a breaking ball that misses way outside to Taylor. Taylor picked up a base hit back in the 4th inning as well. He was part of that rally for the Lemurs. He ended up coming in to score a run. Taylor in his first at bat, he grounded out to the first baseman, Andy LaRoche. Well, night's coming on quickly here in Wichita. The lights have taken full effect here at the ballpark. And the 1-0 pitch. That one is low and inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Henry Garcia standing up there on the steps down in the dugout for the Laredo Lemurs right now. A 2-0 count. So manager Pete Ingavilla holding the cards tight to his chest on what he's going to do in the future. The 2-0 pitch swung on and fouled away.
A foul ball brought to you by Dinger's Roofing and Construction. Call them at 202-2066.
Lemurs trying to win their first American Association championship. Of course, they have to get by Wichita here. But the Lemurs only 4 years old. They've been in the playoffs 3 times. Back in 2012, again in 2014, and here in 2015. The only time they missed the playoffs was back in 2013, and they only missed it by a game and a half. So the Lemurs have put together winning records over the last 4 seasons. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Swung on a line drive right at Andy LaRoche. He catches it, and that's going to be the 3rd and final out. Well, Kevin Taylor gave it a good hit, but it went right to the first baseman, and LaRoche caught it just to protect himself. It was going right for his midsection. So that'll do it for Laredo. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's 2-2.
For all of your vehicle collision repair and paint needs, there's only one place to turn, Mike's Paint Place. Mike's Paint Place has computerized color matching and digital imaging. They also do full frame and suspension repairs. Stop by and see Mike's Paint Place today at 6410 Polaris Drive in Laredo.
Uni-Trade continues to provide solutions in foreign trade through a highly satisfactory customs brokerage service. Uni-Trade has quality trained personnel devoted to the highest level of customer service. For all your transportation, distribution, and consolidation needs, it's Uni-Trade. Chavarrias Plumbing's the #1 choice for any plumbing problem. Chavarrias is a full-service company with up-to-date technology trained professionals. With over 30 years of service to the community, Chavarrias is still growing strong. Visit chavarriasplumbing.com and go Lemurs!
Breakfast speaks for itself here at Whataburger. It's going to be hot, it's going to be fresh.
It's almost like when you were a kid and you wake up in the morning, you can smell mom cooking breakfast.
I like their hash browns.
My favorite's the honey butter chicken biscuit. I like the taquitos.
We have some fresh cracked eggs here.
I like these pancakes because they're fluffy.
I really like the fact that you can get into Whataburger real fast and bring it on the go.
We're cooking breakfast for you at Whataburger.
All right, for the Wichita Wingnuts, it's going to be John Nestor, Harrison Kane, and Leo Vargas coming up to the plate. A 2-2 tie here in Game 4 of this 5-game series, 5 possible games. If the Lemurs win tonight, that'll be the end of the series. If Wichita wins tonight, we'll play one more game tomorrow. So an exciting series here. You knew Wichita wasn't going to roll over. You knew they were going to put up a fight here. The Lemurs took a 2-0 lead in the series, and you just had that feeling Wichita wasn't going to go away that easily. Luis Poyorena throws the first pitch to John Nestor, and it misses low and outside. So 2 runs on 7 hits and no errors for the Lemurs. 2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors for Wichita. Poyorena working into the bottom of the 5th. The pitch swung and fouled away off to the right side. That'll get back up by the sweet spot here at the ballpark. Yeah, they have the soft serve ice cream place down the right side of the field. Looks like it's closed, though, right now. That's sad. Gotta have the sweet spot open. You know, they have the chocolate and vanilla swirl ice cream, and they also have the straight vanilla ice cream. The 1-1 pitch, low and inside. You know, they have the sprinkles down there, and the carob chocolate chips to go on top of it, maybe some nuts to go as well. So it's a nice little spot here, the sweet spot here in Wichita. One of my favorite spots. Here comes the 2-1. Swung on a ground ball up the middle. Pulfer ranging for it. He has it on a nice hop. Behind the bag at second, he'll flip over to first base, and Nestor's retired. Nice play there by J.D. Pulfer for the Laredo Lemurs. He's done a nice job since joining this club for Laredo. J.D. Pulfer has been a good pickup by manager Pete Gavilla. So has Drew Martinez for the Laredo Lemurs. All those guys that manager Pete Gavilla picked up back on August 18th, they've all been nice pickups, and it's a big reason the Lemurs are in this situation right now. If the Lemurs would have stood pat back then and not made all those trades, I highly doubt the Lemurs would be in the playoffs at this point. Here's the pitch to Harrison Kane. Kane looks at one and it misses outside. 1 ball and no strikes. A 2-2 tie. Kane, a former member of the Laredo Lemurs. The pitch. That one is low for a ball. Kane played for the Lemurs back in 2013 and in 2014. He had some success with the Laredo Lemurs. Back in 2013, he ended up hitting .327. Had a very nice year that year. He picked up 87 hits in 71 games. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That one is inside for a ball. The previous year before that, he played for Amarillo. He hit .268 for Amarillo through 18 games. So when he got to Laredo, he really turned it on. 3 balls and no strikes now to Kane. So Poyorena's got to come across the plate. Here it is, and that one is in there for a strike right at the knees on the inner third of the plate. Kane grounded into a double play back in the 2nd inning. We're knotted up at 2 apiece. And the lefty throws, and that one swung on a ground ball. That will get through for a base hit. Both Pulfer and Silverio just watches that one go by. Neither of them had a chance at that pitch, or that ground ball, I should say. So Harrison Kane with another hit in the series. He now has 6 hits in 12 at-bats, so he's batting .500 in the series for Wichita. So now we'll see the shortstop come up to the plate, Leo Vargas. So Vargas bats from the right side of the batter's box. And Pollo Reyna will take his foot off the back of the rubber and look to throw over to first base, but he holds on to the baseball. Vargas grounded out to third base in his first at bat. And the pitch to Vargas is swung on and hit in the air out to center field. Drew Martinez will make the catch. Harrison Kane was running on the pitch. He puts on the brakes, though, and retreats back to first base. 2 down, and Taylor Smart, the batter now.
Taylor Smart.
Well, the Wichita Wingnuts, they've been pretty dominant here in this ballpark throughout their history. The Wingnuts all-time in the regular season have 260 wins and only 137 losses here in Wichita. That's a .655 winning percentage. It's the highest home winning percentage of any team in the American Association since 2008. First pitch is in there for a... Well, no, that is not in there for a strike. Excuse me. I'm calling balls and strikes now. That one was actually low, I guess. 1 ball and no strikes. Pardon me, Brian Child. Brian Child, the home plate umpire. The 1-0. That one is outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Of course, Brian has the high and low angle. He actually has the in and side angle as well. I have the in and out angle, but I do not have the high and low angle very well here at the ballpark. Here's the 2-0. That one in there for a strike right on the outside corner. That one at the thigh level. I can tell that from up here. Yeah, this is probably the best seat in the American Association for a visiting broadcaster. This place and Lincoln. Lincoln has a very good seat for the broadcasters as well. The 2-1 pitch grounded past the diving Travis Danker into right field. On his horse is Harrison Kane. He's around second, heading over to third base, and that's going to put runners at the corners for Wichita with 2 down. So Taylor Smart coming up with a base hit. And that'll bring up Nick Van Stratton. So runners at the corners and 2 outs, and a tough hitting Nick Van Stratton will make an appearance. Yeah, this ballpark, a good view to help call balls and strikes from, and also up in Lincoln with the Salt Dogs at beautiful Haymarket Park. Up in Lincoln, by the way, that was named the best playing surface in the American Association again. I think that's 10 years running now that they've gotten that award. So congratulations to them, the Lincoln Salt Dogs. That's voted on by the managers and the media. But the Lincoln Salt Dogs do have a very nice playing surface. Probably some of the prettiest grass in the American Association. The Lemurs did not go to Lincoln this year. The Salt Dogs came down to us, but I think this is the first time in our history that we haven't gone up to Lincoln. So that was kind of disappointing. We didn't have Lincoln on the schedule. That's always one of the nice ballparks to go to during the season. Runners at the corners and 2 outs. And the pitch to Van Stratton. He takes a fastball in the inside corner for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. We're knotted up at 2 apiece, but Wichita with a chance to change that right here. Harrison Kane at third base and Taylor Smart over there at first. Pollo Reyna out of the stretch. He deals, and it's swung and grounded on a chop over to Juan Silverio at third, but it's going to be a foul ball. Would have been a long throw there for Silverio to try to get Van Stratton out, but Silverio's got a good arm, but Van Stratton also pretty quick, so it would have been a tight play. 2 down in the inning, and Van Stratton walking back down the first baseline to grab his bat. Yeah, we didn't go to Gary this year. We didn't go to Winnipeg this year. We didn't go to St. Paul. And that's a big bummer. We didn't go to St. Paul. That beautiful new field up there, CHS Field. The 0-2 pitch. That one is outside. The Lemurs have only been to Winnipeg once. We've only been to Gary once. Trying to think. We've only been to Sioux City once, and that was this year. The first time we ever went to Sioux City was this season. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swung in on a ground ball up the middle. Nieves is there. He flips to Pulver. The Lemurs get the out, and that's the end of the inning. Nicely done there by the Lemurs defense. They work out of it. We're through 5. We're knotted up at 2. We have a dandy on our hands here in Game 4 of the American Association Divisional Playoff Series. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball, playoff style.
Tokyo Garden of Laredo is located at 2515 East Del Mar Boulevard, and they serve the best sushi in town. Stop by Tokyo Garden for a quick lunch or a fancy dinner. Either way, you're going to enjoy our fine cuisine. Did you just get off work? Then come on by and check out our happy hour specials. Tokyo Garden, where you'll find the best sushi in Laredo.
Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are a winning combination. At Falcon, they know what counts. Personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you.
Need a little spark in your life? Then come on out to Uni-Trade Stadium for Friday night fireworks. Tickets start as low as $5, and you'll get to see great baseball and great fireworks all in one night. To get tickets, call 956-7-LEMURS or go online at LaredoLemurs.com. I'll see you at the ballpark.
Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas, as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to people wondering, L-I-T-E? That's how you spell light? Which led to people thumbing through their dictionaries. Which led to, there's got to be a better way to look up words. Which led to the invention of spell check. Which led to better resumes, promotions, celebrations, and happy hour. Miller Lite. We invented light beer and happy hour. You're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
All right, away we go. Dennis Phipps coming up to the plate as we head to the 6th inning. And Sioux City and St. Paul are in the bottom of the 9th inning right now. So we'll keep you up to date. Sioux City 3 outs away from going to the American Association Championship Series. Van Skyke on the hill, he deals. And the pitch to Phipps is low and outside. So some exciting stuff going on right now here in the American Association. One team a couple outs away from going to the Championship Series. The 1-0 pitch misses inside. A good pitch there from Van Skyke, but he doesn't get the call. It does miss inside just a tad. Fans here wanted it. That is a tough pitch to take, though. Very close. 2 balls and no strikes to Phipps. Phipps on the day is 0 for 2. Van Skyke peers over that black mitt. He kicks the leg high. He brings it home, and it's low and outside. 3 balls and no strikes, so he has not thrown a strike here to Dennis Phipps. So I can guarantee you this. Phipps is probably allowed to swing 3-0 in this situation. And the delivery. And he takes inside, ball 4, so no chance for him to swing there. And Travis Danker will get a chance to come up to the plate. We're knotted up at 2 apiece as we sit in the top of the 6th inning. I'll keep looking for that Sioux City St. Paul score for you just to keep you up to date on what's going on up there. So the Lemurs have a leadoff man on. Wind blowing out to left field tonight. We haven't seen any home runs yet, though. And here's a guy that can put one over the fence from time to time, so we'll see what Travis Danker does. And Dennis Phipps is out to a good lead over there at first base. And the pitch, bunt shown by Danker, and he pulls back as the ball comes boring in on him. So that one misses inside. It's 1 ball and no strikes to Travis Danker. Danker looking at Gibby Villacuellar, and Gibby went through a set of signs very quickly. Last time, well, not last time, it was a time or two ago we were here, and the umpires made the third base coach and the first base coach stay in their coaching boxes. They are not doing that here in this series. Here's the 1-0. Danker showing bunt again and pulls back. That one glides across the inside corner for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. And I forget why that happened. Both managers were unhappy about it. I remember that, so it wasn't one manager saying to the umpires, hey, make sure these guys stay in the box. No, because on both sides, guys like to stay outside of the coaching boxes. And Gibby Villacuellar way up the third base line, trying to make sure he doesn't get clubbed by a baseball with a pulled ball by Danker. A long hold by Van Skyke, and now Danker's going to take a timeout. 1 ball and 1 strike. Things are starting to get interesting here as some mind games going on down there. Van Skyke taking some time and making sure Dennis Phipps doesn't try to run. Travis Danker, of all people, looking to lay down a bunt. I don't know if I would have him do that, but he's shown bunt twice so far. The 1-1 pitch, and that one's low and outside, a fastball. 2 balls and 1 strike. I mean, there's 2 guys on this team that you don't want to have lay down bunts, and it's Dennis Phipps and Travis Danker. Those guys can go deep at any time. Maybe Danker just doing it on his own, trying to pull in the third baseman a little bit so he can maybe hit a ground ball by him a little bit easier. 2 balls and 1 strike. You know, he just showed bunt. He didn't actually go for the bunt. The pitch. Curveball swung and a ground ball down the third baseline. Fair. That's going to keep on rolling. It's going to go all the way down to the 330 marker. Dennis Phipps is going to be held up at third base as Kane gets to the ball. And Travis Dinker is going to go in with a stand-up double. So the Lemurs have runners at second and third with nobody out, and J.D. Pulfer coming up to the plate. We saw this situation back, I believe it was the first game of the series for the Lemurs, and J.D. Pulford laid down a bunt, and Dennis Phipps came in to score. Was it Pulford? Pretty sure it was J.D. Pulford that did that. As Kevin Hooper's coming out of the dugout, he's going to go and make a change, so that's going to do it for Jason Van Skyke. He's being taken out of the ball game here in the sixth inning with nobody out. So we'll take a timeout here as well. Come back and tell you about the new pitcher for the Wichita Wingnuts. We're in a 2-2 tie. Lemurs have runners at second and third, and we sit in the sixth inning. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Right now, when you sign up for a Gold's Gym membership, you'll get tons of extras completely free. Confidence, free. Compliments from your coworkers, free. And the desire to wear tiny bathing suits, you guessed it, free. You'll be stronger with extras, and you'll be stronger with Gold's Gym. Know your own strength. Tiny bathing suit not included.
In over 40 years, nobody's helped more families achieve the American dream of home ownership than Armadillo. In fact, Armadillo Homes has built more homes than all other builders combined. And there are reasons for this: integrity, responsibility, service, and of course, quality. So if you're thinking about making the greatest investment in your life, think of the one builder who's dedicated its entire life to helping the Laredo family. Think Armadillo Homes. ArmadilloHomes.com. Go Lemurs.
Pro Mega Signs of Laredo is there for all of your printing and signage needs. We can be found at 1615 Jackman Road in Laredo, or you can reach us by phone at 956-723-2110. Again, that's 956-723-2110. If you need a sign, big or small, come to Pro Mega Signs of Laredo, where your print job is just around the corner.
Capital Care EMS, located at 1510 Calle Norte, Suite number 11, invites you to experience a new standard in medical transportation, servicing Laredo and all surrounding areas. Capital Care EMS provides transports to wound care treatments, HBO treatments, dialysis treatments, doctor's appointments, radiation treatments, chemotherapy treatments, and many more. From emergency medical transport to x-rays and lab work, our state-certified EMTs and paramedics are readily available 24 hours a day when you need them most. Capital Care EMS accepts most major medical insurances, including Medicare, Medicaid, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Aetna, and many more. Capital Care EMS is locally owned and operated. Call now for your free consultation. 956-712-8911. That's 956-712-8911. Capital Care EMS, creating a new standard in medical transportation. Capital Care EMS, the official ambulance of your Laredo Lemurs.
All right, new pitcher in for Wichita. His name is Alex Boshears. So Boshears taking over on the hill. The Lemurs and the Wingnuts are tied up at 2 apiece. We're in the sixth inning. The Lemurs have runners at second and third. So away we go. Stepping into the batter's box now is J.D. Pulfer for the Laredo Lemurs. The infield is playing in for Wichita. And the Lemurs have a chance to take the lead here. Boshear is a righty. He throws, and it's swung on and lifted into foul territory over by the Lemurs dugout. Nestor's there. He'll overrun it, but he makes the catch. So Pulfer sees a pitch and pops it up into foul territory. And I told you earlier, a lot of foul territory here. Most ballparks, that would have been out of play. But one out and runners at second and third. Well, some breaking news for you. The Sioux City Explorers have won their ball game. It's a 2-1 final, and Sioux City is heading to the American Association Championship Series. So now Kevin Hooper out of the dugout. He's talking things over with his infield here. Drew Martinez is the batter, and maybe they're thinking of walking Martinez to get to Juan Silverio, who struggled. They'll get the bases loaded and a chance to turn a double play here if Martinez is walked. Runners at second and third for the Laredo Lemurs. Well, Nestor goes down into the crowd, so it's not going to be an intentional walk by any means. Phipps is at third base. Danker over at second. And the pitch, a fastball on the outside corner. Dennis Phipps started running down the third baseline to get Boshear's attention. And he stomped his feet as he was running down the third baseline. So no balls and a strike to Martinez. Martinez is 0 for 2 in this ball game. He picked up 3 hits yesterday. And the delivery, and that one swung on, popped up over to the left side, into foul territory goes Middlestad. Middlestad up the third baseline. Now it's Vargas taking over. Vargas will make the catch. And that's going to be the second out. So 2 foul outs by the Lemurs against Alex Boshears. And that makes 2 outs. The Lemurs start off the inning with a walk to Phipps, and then Danker doubles, and the next 2 guys get out. So here comes Juan Silverio, and like I told you, Silverio not swinging the bat well right now. He has not picked up a hit in the series. In fact, he last picked up a hit in the very first game against Sioux City during the regular season. So that was the last series played for the Laredo Lemurs. So a 2-2 tie, and here's Silverio, who struck out in his last at bat. Boshears throws, and it's a breaking ball off the end of the bat of Silverio, and it hits Nestor. So that's going to be a strike. Alex Boshears, by the way, pitching in his second game in the playoffs. He went 4-2 during the regular season with a 1.86 ERA. He pitched in the first game of the series back on the 9th. No balls and a strike. 2 down. And the pitch. Silverio swings, and it's a light ground ball over to third base. Middlestad charges. He can't get the ball out of his mitt. It's a close play, and Silverio is safe. Dennis Phipps scores a run, and the Lemurs have taken a 3-2 lead. Well, Middlestad did the best he could, coming in, charging from third base, bobbled the ball, tried to get out of his mitt, and just couldn't do it. He threw over to first base, and it pulled LaRoche off of the bag. So Phipps comes in to score. Danker moves up to third base. And Juan Silverio either reaches on a hit or an error. We'll have to wait and see. I would think it's going to be a hit, but once again, we'll let the official scorekeeper tell us. So here's Phil Pohl into the batter's box now for the Lemurs. And runners at the corners and 2 down. Pohl takes a strike on the inside part of the plate. So no balls and 1 strike. And the delivery, and another pitch misses inside. Phil Pohl having a good series. He's got 2 hits here today as well for the Laredo Lemurs. 1 ball and 1 strike. 3-2 Laredo as we sit in the 6th inning. And Silverio takes his lead from first base. Danker has his lead from third. Phil Pohl fouls it off and gets right underneath us here at the ballpark. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Still no indication if that was a hit or an error there by Middlestad. They haven't put it up on the board yet. The pitch swung and chopped off the plate, and it comes back and hits Phil Pohl right in the leg. Pohl collapses, and he seems to be okay. He gets up pretty quickly. There they go. They put a hit up on the board. So the Silverio ground ball to third with TJ Middlestad grabbing it is indeed a base hit. And now manager Pete Incaviglia out of the dugout, as well as Charlie Flores. And Flores and Pete Incaviglia going back as Phil Pohl says, hey, I'm okay. I'm all right. So that'll give an RBI to Juan Silverio as well. So Silverio breaks out of that slump with that base hit right there. And it's a big hit and a big RBI. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swung and a ground ball to TJ Middlestad. He grabs it on a hop. He flips to second base. That's the only out Wichita needs. But the Lemurs strike here. They get a very important run. It's 1 run on 2 hits. No errors and 2 left. We're going to head to the bottom of the 6th inning. 3-2 Lemurs.
We all know we can accomplish more when we're ready. That's why I've chosen Texas A&M International University. I want a 4-year degree and the opportunities that it brings. TAMU has welcomed me and more than 7,000 students from around the world. TAMU empowers me to greatness, ignites my mind, and propels me to my future and my impact. Imagine the possibilities when you're powered by TAMU.
Register now for summer and fall. Visit tamu.edu and get powered.
Hey, ¿Tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que le salió el primer diente a tu hijo? ¿Que tu abuelita aprendió a tuitear? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? La respuesta es la misma. Pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres. Pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnesazo. Carne asada con ganas, solo en H-E-B.
Since Extending Technologies opened for business in 1998, they have worked to establish solid relationships with their clients. They are set to maintain the highest standards of service and integrity and to perform work of only the highest quality, achieving client satisfaction on every project. They have attained these goals through a tradition of care and professional pride. They serve a wide range of corporations and small business franchises. Extending Technologies has the tools and expertise for any technical need that your business may have. Call us here in Laredo at 725-2654. That's 725-2654 for Ascending Technologies.
Before your Memorial Day party gets going, drive over to Ashley Furniture Home Store this week for our best Memorial Day sale ever. Get dramatic price reductions store-wide or no interest until January 2021. Choose from sofas and sectionals, all at unbelievably low prices. Plus find savings on beds and amazing deals on dining rooms. It's our best Memorial Day sale ever, so don't wait. Hurry over to Ashley Furniture Home Store right now. Ashley Furniture Home Store. This is home. 4520 San Bernardo Avenue, Laredo, Texas, 956-712-2401. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
Todos sabemos que podemos lograr más cuando estamos listos. Por eso, decidí matricularme en Texas A&M International University. Quiero un título universitario y las oportunidades que me brindará. Tammy U me ha recibido a mí y a 7,000 estudiantes de todo el mundo. Tammy U me impulsa a ser grande, enciende mi mente y hace mi corazón latir. Imagina las posibilidades cuando eres impulsado por Tammy U.
Inscríbete ahora para verano y otoño. Visita tammyu.edu y sé impulsado.
All right, Taylor Oldham to start it off. We have a new pitcher in for the Laredo Lemurs. Luis De La Cruz is taking over for Laredo. It's 3-2 Lemurs as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's going to be Oldham, Cleveland, and LaRoche coming up to the plate for Wichita, and Luis De La Cruz up there on the hill now. The big, tall, right-handed pitcher. He's 6'6", 225 pounds. He deals, and it's a fastball inside. 1 ball and no strikes to Oldham. De La Cruz during the regular season for Laredo. He went 2-2 with a 2.57 ERA through 31 games. And the 1-0 pitch. Swung on and a line drive into left field, a base hit. So Oldham right out of the box, singles for Wichita. And Brent Cleveland coming up to the plate. That one was left on a silver platter there. Right down the middle of the plate and about thigh high to the batter, Taylor Oldham. So here comes Brent Cleveland. So Brian Child throwing out a new baseball to De La Cruz. Lemurs up by a run. Here's Cleveland stepping into the batter's box. De La Cruz has already pitched once in this series. He pitched in the second game of the series back at home at Uni-Trade Stadium. Runner at first base and nobody out. And the pitch, a fastball that hits the outside corner right at the thigh. So no balls and a strike. De La Cruz does have a little trouble holding guys on over there at first base. So let's see if Taylor Oldham tries to take off. See if De La Cruz is aware and actually keeps an eye on him. Now he's going to step off the back of the rubber and look Oldham back, but he's not going to throw. 9 hits for the Lemurs, 6 hits for the Wichita Wingnuts. Wichita scored 2 runs back in the second. The Lemurs got 2 in the fourth and 1 in the 6th inning. And a toss over to first, and that time Oldham goes back in head first. So he's in there safely. So if you just missed it, Sioux City has won their game. They're moving on to the American Association Championship Series, so congratulations to them. And the Lemurs with a chance to play them in the championship round if the Lemurs can get by Wichita here. Another throw over to first. It was a little bit offline there. Denker had to go behind the back of Oldham to pull it in. Sioux City, of course, had the best record in the American Association this year. And that 75 wins is a new American Association record. 4 wins. The 0-1 pitch. That clips the inside part of the plate for a strike. Looked like a changeup there from Luis De La Cruz. So no balls and 2 strikes to Brent Cleveland. The Lemurs and the Sioux City Explorers just got done playing. They played down at Uni-Trade Stadium to wrap up the season. And the 0-2 pitch by De La Cruz, and that one is swung on and missed. Cleveland strikes out. He continues to struggle in the series, and the Lemurs are not sad about that. Here comes Andy LaRoche.
Get ready for the Wingnuts. It's the Janet King cleanup hitter. First baseman, number 32.
LaRoche walked back in the 2nd inning, and he came around to score off the triple of TJ Middlestat. And he grounded out to 3rd base in his last at-bat back in the 4th inning. So I tell you what, if the Lemurs do advance, that's going to be an interesting series as that toss goes over to 1st. And back in safely is Taylor Oldham. So De La Cruz, he must have heard me. I was just mentioning that he doesn't hold runners on very well, but now he's going to try to hold on Taylor Oldham. Usually he goes out there and he's not too concerned about the runners as the situation, but the Lemurs with a small lead at this point, and he has to be worried about them. Next pitch misses low and outside. So 1 ball and no strikes to Andy LaRoche. His brother Adam plays for the Chicago White Sox. Andy himself went to spring training with the Chicago White Sox this year. And the pitch. That one is high for a ball. So make it 2 balls and no strikes to LaRoche. And now De La Cruz is in a situation where he has to come into Andy. Lemurs up by 1 run. And De La Cruz, pretty much the only choice here is to throw a fastball here and see if he can place it on the corner. He does not want to fall behind this guy 3-0. The 2-0 pitch. That one is a breaking ball, so he goes with a breaking ball. Of course, in a fastball situation, you throw a breaking ball up there, the guy's probably not going to swing, but LaRoche was looking fastball, and it ended up missing low anyway, so he's now looking at a 3-0 count. So we'll see if LaRoche has the green light here. Toss over to 1st, and back in again is Oldham. Now, if you can't give this guy a green light in this situation, who can you give it to? The 3-0. That's a fastball right down the middle, so he takes it. Makes it 3 balls and 1 strike. So De La Cruz, he sets. Peeks over his shoulder a couple of times, and now he'll throw to 1st base again. Danker with the tag, but Oldham back in safely standing. 3 balls and 1 strike. 1 out in the inning. We're in the bottom of the 6th. A tense game here between both clubs. They're both starting to feel it. Heck, we're starting to feel it up here. Here's the 3-1. That one is in tight. Ball 4. LaRoche walks. That'll put runners at 1st and 2nd base. See if the Lemurs get the bullpen going here. Bunch of guys standing down there, but nobody actually up and throwing at this point for Laredo. Lemurs' plan right now is just go ahead and hold on to this lead that they have, but runners at 1st and 2nd in and out. And TJ Middlestat coming up to the plate. Middlestat tripled back in the 2nd inning. So De La Cruz is going to look to bear down here and either get a strikeout or a double play ball. Oldham at 2nd, and LaRoche over there at 1st base. The first pitch to Middlestat is high. That's a fastball. So De La Cruz has got to get into the strike zone. He can't afford to walk Middlestat. That'll put the tying run at 3rd base with 1 out. De La Cruz getting the sign from Phil Pohl. Pohl will set up right in the middle of the plate. And the 1-0. Oldham's running. The pitch is low and inside, and he'll go ahead and take the bag for free. No throw. So a stolen base there by Oldham, and now runners at the corners, and still a double play opportunity for Laredo. So if they can get Middlestat to hit a ground ball to one of the infielders, they'll have a chance to turn 2. So both Abel Nieves and J.D. Pulfer, they're going to play back at double play depth. Taylor Oldham at third base. And the pitch. High for a ball. It's 3 balls and no strikes. And this gets to be a little concerning here. As De La Cruz is having a hard time throwing a strike after giving up a base hit to Taylor Oldham to start the inning. He did strike out Cleveland. And the next pitch is in there for a strike. 3 balls and 1 strike. So De La Cruz toes the rubber. He's got his foot on the first base side of the rubber. Left-handed batter in the box. De La Cruz is a righty. Here is the 3-1 delivery. A fastball misses outside. That's ball 4. And Mike Meyer out of the dugout. And that's going to bring up John Nestor. So the bases get loaded. And Mike Meyer will head out there and talk things over with Luis De La Cruz. Lemurs clinging tight to a 3-2 lead right now with 1 down. And the Lemurs, I'm sure, have a plan with what they want to do with their bullpen in this situation. And De La Cruz kind of throwing everything off a little bit by walking the bases loaded. The Lemurs do not want to get the bullpen going again. They still have Hyatt, Beckman, and Brebria down there if they need them. And we're in the 6th inning, so I'm sure if they wanted to, they can get the bullpen going and still be okay as we move on throughout the game here tonight. But manager Pete Gavilia has elected to go ahead and stick with De La Cruz for right now and not worry about getting the bullpen going. He's going to have to work out of this one. So here's John Nestor. Nestor with a base hit back in the 2nd inning. He picked up an RBI there. The bases are loaded for Wichita with 1 down. And the pitch to Nestor. He takes a strike on the inside corner right at the belt. So over at third is Oldham. At second is LaRoche. At first base is Middlestat. Both LaRoche and Middlestat reached on walks. No balls and 1 strike. The 0-1 pitch. Low and outside. That was a close pitch, though. Not too far off of the plate. That'll even up the count at 1-1. Harrison Kane on deck for Wichita. The 1-1 pitch. Swung and a little blooper into right center field. It's going to drop for a hit. Coming in to score is Oldham. Right behind him is LaRoche. Here comes the throw. It's cut off. The throw goes over to third, and it's not in time. 2 runs come in to score, and the Wingnuts have taken the lead. Oldham scores. LaRoche scores. Middlestat heads to third. Nestor with a blooper into right center, and he gets 2 RBIs for his efforts. And that's going to bring up the hot-hitting Harrison Kane. So Middlestat at third base, Nestor at first, and here is the former Lemur Harrison Kane. Still no bullpen action for the Laredo Lemurs. And the pitch to Kane. He sees a fastball. That glides across the inside corner for a strike. Kane has picked up a hit in every game so far in this series. He has a total of 6 throughout the 4 games. And he also has some RBIs, make it a total of 3 for him. The pitch, low and outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Actually, excuse me, 1 ball and 1 strike. It's 4-3 Wichita. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning here from Wichita. De La Cruz up there on the hill. He sets and throws home, and it's a fastball. That misses outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. A lot of umpires in the league. That's a strike, but like I said earlier, Brian Child, a very good umpire. He only calls the corners. He will not give you a ball on the outside part of the plate at all. He keeps that plate pretty tight down there, and we've seen that throughout the game here tonight. Here comes the 2-1 delivery. Swung and chopped off the plate, charging the ball, Pulfer. Pulfer tries to flip to second. He quickly gets it over there after having to stumble a little bit in his mitt. Middlestat comes across the plate. Nestor's out at second base, and that's the second out of the inning. Kane reaches on the fielder's choice, but he drives in a run. So another run up on the board for Wichita. They're up 5-3. Well, this is the last thing the Lemurs wanted to see. Lemurs scored that go-ahead run there in the top of the sixth, and then Wingnuts have come right back and put up 3 on the board. So here's Leo Vargas, the runner from first, runs. The pitch is outside. Kane trying to take the bag. He's in there safely. De La Cruz didn't pay any attention to him, and that's what I was talking about earlier. De La Cruz goes out there sometimes, and his focus is only on the guy in the batter's box. And you like that in a sense, but in this situation, you have to make sure you keep your attention over there because you don't need Harrison Kane taking an extra bag in a close ball game like this. So now the Lemurs have bullpen action. And it looks like Cody Kendall's up and throwing. Yeah, Cody Kendall going to start warming up. Five to 3, Wichita. 1 ball and no strikes to Leo Vargas. The pitch. That one is high for a ball. And we haven't seen Cody Kendall throw in a while here for the Laredo Lemurs. Let's see exactly was the last time he got into a ball game for Laredo. It's been a while. Actually, I think he pitched on the last day of the season. Yeah, he did. No, actually, it was on September 7th, the first game of the Sioux City Explorers series, as Vargas takes a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Actually, scratch that. 2 balls and 1 strike to Leo Vargas. And the 2-1 pitch, swung on, and a high fly ball hit well out to left field. Morrison going back. He's got a beat on it. He's at the track. He'll make the catch. That's going to do it for Wichita, but they come up with 3 runs in the inning. They get 3 runs on 2 hits. There were a couple of walks and a runner left stranded at second base. We will head to the top of the 7th inning. The Lemurs trail 5-3.
Sweating through another barn burner at your team's bar?
Sure am.
Wish you had some ice-cold refreshment?
You bet.
Then Coors Light may be right for you. Could result in meeting new people. Epic fist bumps, epic forearm bumps, epic or chest bumps, touchdown dancing, break dancing, line dancing, dancing like nobody's watching, awesome refreshment for the win, and one-of-a-kind Rocky Mountain cold refreshment. Ask your bartender for Coors Light today.
Definitely.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
Right now, you could be working towards an exciting new career in business administration. At Catholic College Laredo, you'll have the chance to gain professional skills and hands-on training. Earning a business degree could open the door to new career opportunities in fields such as accounting, human resources, banking, and marketing. Start on the path to your new career at Kaplan College. Call 800-617-0800. Right now, you could be working towards an exciting new career in business administration. At Kaplan College Laredo, you'll have the chance to gain professional skills and hands-on training. Earning a business degree could open the door to new career opportunities in fields such as accounting, human resources, banking, and marketing. Start on the path to your new career at Kaplan College. Call 800-617-0800.
Kaplan College does not guarantee employment or career advancement. Information about programs at www.kaplancollege.com/consumer-info.
Today at Whataburger, we're cooking the Honey Mustard Whata Chicken Club. The chicken is hot and fresh. It's got melted Monterey Jack cheese topped with lettuce, tomato, bacon, and then the honey mustard adds a nice sweet flavor to it.
All the flavors come together just perfect. I mean, not only do I want to eat it, but I keep wanting to look at it.
The crunchiness of the bacon adds a really nice texture.
Honey mustard and chicken just go together. You know, sweet and savory, it's a perfect mix.
Try the new Honey Mustard Whata Chicken Club.
Only at Whataburger for a limited time.
All right, it's going to be Ty Morrison to start things off here for the Lemurs as we go to the 7th inning. It's 5-3 Wichita. The Lemurs take a 3-2 lead there in the top of the 6th. Wichita comes right back with 3 runs of their own. And they now have a 5-3 lead. Morrison shows bunt, pulls back, and watches it miss low and outside. So one heck of a game here. Wingnuts got out to a 2-0 lead. Then the Lemurs come back and tie it up. Then they take the lead, and Wichita comes right back as the next pitch misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes to Ty Morrison. Cody Kendall still warming up for the Laredo Lemurs down the right field line. And the 2-0 pitch. Bunt shown again there, and Morrison will pull back again, and that time it's in there for a strike. I think Morrison just trying to draw in the third baseman Middlestat. Doesn't look like he's trying to actually lay down the bunt. But he's usually pretty good at dragging it to the right side of the infield. Here's the pitch, and he swings, and I think he hit the catcher's mitt. Yeah, we got catcher's interference here. Nestor reached for the ball. The ball ends up, or the bat hits Nestor's mitt. Nestor says it was the ball. And the Lemurs will get a runner at first base. So Kevin Hooper going out. He wants to talk about this with the home plate umpire, Brian Child. Hooper and Nestor both think it was the ball that hit the mid that went back to the fence. I thought it was the bat immediately. So Brian Child going to talk to Kevin Hooper, and maybe Hooper's going to ask, hey, can we get some help here from one of your fellow umpires? And now Child's going to bring in the umpiring crew and see if anybody has a different opinion on what just happened. So Nestor trying to plead his case as he's walking out to the mound. This could be a big turn of events here. The Lemurs could use that base runner with nobody out. And it's a very quick time Morrison. So all 4 umpires will get together and talk about this. Yeah, we have 4 umpires here tonight, and there's been 4 umpires for every game. And they are going to give Ty Morrison first base. So it's going to be catcher's interference. And we've seen that a bunch this year. So Abel Nieves is coming up to the plate. And Nestor still trying to plead his case about what happened. And unfortunately for him, he's already lost this battle. So here's Abel Nieves getting into the batter's box. I think that's the 4th or 5th time we've seen that this year. And I can't recall it ever happening before in the American Association that I've actually been involved in or watched a game that it's happened in. Here's the pitch to Nieves. A curveball misses inside. Alex Boshears, by the way, is still on the mound for Wichita, so he's pitching into another inning. He came in relief in the 6th inning. And the 1-0 pitch. A check swing by Nieves. Did he go around? He asked the first base umpire, and he did not. So after the call goes against the Wingnuts with the catcher's interference, and now the check swing goes against him, and now Brian Child yelling into the dugout, and he's getting on Kevin Hooper. Kevin Hooper also getting on Child. Of course, Child did ask for help to the first base umpire. So all he can do is ask for help, and if the first base umpire says he didn't go around, then I guess he didn't go around. Here's the 2-0. A check swing there, and will we check again? Nieves barely took the bat off the shoulder that time, so now it's 3 balls and no strikes. Nobody warming up in the bullpen for Wichita right now. And the Lemurs possibly can get another runner on. Got a lot of chirping going on, I'll tell you that much, coming from the dugout on the left side where Wichita sits. The 3-0 pitch. That's a strike on the outside corner of the plate, a fastball on the outside corner. 5-3 Wichita. 3 balls and 1 strike. Nieves got a base hit back in the 5th inning for the Laredo Lemurs and a toss over to first base, and Morrison's back in safely. Nieves grounded out to the shortstop back in the 1st, walked and scored a run in the 4th inning. And in the 5th, he picked up that single. Here's the 3-1 delivery, and that one is inside, ball 4. The Lemurs have another base runner with nobody out. Second walk today to Abel Nieves, and here comes Kevin Taylor to the plate. The manager, Kevin Hooper, going to go out there and talk things over with Alex Boshears. There's nobody warming up, like I said, for Wichita, but there might be somebody getting going now. Yeah, I do see somebody getting up, and it looks like it's going to be Daniel Bennett. Daniel Bennett with the nasty wiffle ball slider. We saw him pitch yesterday to Travis Danker, and he did a number on Danker yesterday. So he's going to get up and start throwing right now. So that meeting is all done. Everybody will head back to where they belong. Wichita's up 5-3, but they are heated. Usually you see those kind of eruptions coming from teams that are down, but of course this is a very important game for them. They're in an elimination series or situation. If they lose tonight, they go home. And the Lemurs continue on and play against Sioux City. If you missed it, Sioux City is going to the American Association Championship. They have won tonight against St. Paul. Runners at first and second base. Now a flash from the shortstop, Vargas, going back behind the bag at second. Kevin Taylor takes a pitch outside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. No signs from the third base coach, Gibby Vellaquea, right here. Over there at second is Ty Morrison. Abel Nieves is at first base for Laredo. The corners are playing in. Both the shortstop and second baseman back at double play depth. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. And that one is called a strike on the outside part of the plate. Might have been a changeup there from Bo Shears. Bo Shears looking in, waiting to get another sign. Bo Shears signed with the Wingnuts back on June 25th of this year. The 1-1 pitch. That one also a changeup on the outside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Taylor. Taylor with a base hit back on the 4th. He later came in to score a run when Travis Danker drove him home. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Remember, wind blowing out to left field here tonight. But we haven't seen it come into play yet. Kevin Taylor does have opposite field power. He had 11 home runs during the regular season for Laredo. The 1-2 pitch. A swing and a miss there. And now he swings the bat wildly as he walks away from the plate. So Taylor strikes out. And Dennis Phipps coming up to the plate. So now the big man for the Laredo Lemurs will get a chance to swing the bat. And it's always an exciting at bat when Dennis Phipps comes up to the plate. So if you're listening and watching at home, go ahead and turn up your computer box there, and this should be a fun one. With Dennis Phipps at the plate. Led the league in many categories this year. And the pitch. He swings, breaks his bat. It's a slow roller up the middle. Grabbing the ball, Vargas. He touches second, flips over to first. It's a double play. So that ends things quickly here. A 6-3 double play. And we are going to the bottom of the 7th inning. Lemurs are down 5-3. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to fewer guys with beer bellies, which led to more women attracted to those guys, which led to dates, second dates, wedding bells, and honeymoons, which led to hubbada, boom, which led to you. Miller Lite, we invented light beer, and you're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
South Texas families never strike out with Driscoll Health Plan. Catch the value-added services we pitch to our Medicaid members. Enjoy a free membership to specific boys and girls clubs. Receive gift cards for completing Texas healthcare checkups. Restrictions and limitations may apply. Visit us at DriscollHealthPlan.com.
We'd like to imagine that if you're listening to this, it's on a radio in a backyard in between innings. The grass was mowed this morning, and the grill smells like heaven. And what do you know? Your friends just arrived with a 24-pack of Miller Lite, along with a few new friends to enjoy them with. Here's hoping we're right, and you're not just stuck in traffic. Here's hoping it's Miller time.
Great beer, great responsibility. 2015 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Do you want to sit in a car for 7 hours, risk a flat tire, traffic, or highway construction delays? Fly direct from Laredo International Airport to Dallas-Fort Worth on American Airlines. From Dallas, you can change planes and take a flight to Tokyo, London, or even Rio de Janeiro. With 4 daily arrivals and departures, American Airlines is sure to have a connection that works best for you. So avoid spending hours in the car or risk an accident on the highway or even a flat tire. Fly in comfort from Laredo International Airport. Visit AA.com for details and to book a reservation.
Crowd at the bar making you sweat?
Uh-huh.
Could you use some ice-cold refreshment?
You bet.
Then Coors Light may be right for you. Could result in epic nights, maximum refreshment, great times, awesome memories, high fives, smiles, Rocky Mountain refreshment, Blue Mountain refreshment, quadruple epic refreshment, killer parties, and totally refreshed killer parties. Ask your bartender for Coors Light today.
Definitely.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
All right, Cody Kendall into the ball game here for the Lemurs. He throws against Taylor Smart and misses high and away. Wichita up 5-3 as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. And Cody Kendall, like I said earlier, hasn't pitched since September 7th for the Lemurs. The pitch. That one's in there for a strike, but when he did pitch, he threw in 2 innings, did not allow a run on 3 hits to the Sioux City Explorers. 1 ball and 1 strike. And he throws home on the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled back into the fence. So 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Cody Kendall worked as a starter and as a reliever for the Laredo Lemurs. He put up a 1-3 record and a 6.02 ERA through 10 outings. He made 6 starts for the Lemurs. He pitched in 40 1/3 innings. Struck out 22 and walked 13. He gave up 57 hits. Here's a ground ball over to the right side. Nieva's in front of it. He'll sidearm fling over to first base, and that'll take care of Taylor Smart. So 1 down, and Nick Van Straten, the next batter. Cody Kendall was drafted by the Rangers in the 8th round back in 2012. He was drafted out of California State University at Fresno. Here's Van Straten. Van Straten 1 for 3 in the game. Lemurs trail by 2 runs, bottom of 7. And now Cody Kendall up there like a statue, and Nick Van Straten called timeout. Here's the pitch. And it's a fastball that hits the outside corner. That's good for a strike. Kendall started in the Rangers organization with their low A-ball affiliate in Spokane. Then he played for the Hickory Crawdads, the Myrtle Beach Pelicans, the Frisco Rough Riders, the 0-1. That one is swung on a miss. Van Straten swung at one way high and way inside. And it looks like he actually fouled that one off. Yeah, Cody Kendall actually made it up to AAA ball as well. He played for the Round Rock Express. The pitch, a swing and a ground ball over to the left side. Pulfer with the backhand. He sets, he throws, and it's not going to be in time. Van Straten way too fast. And the way he swung at that ball, Pulfer kind of broke towards the bag at second, then realized, uh-oh, that ball's going the other way. So the ball was on the outside part of the plate and low. Pulfer starts going towards second base, which is where the ball probably should have gone. But Nick Van Straten was able to get the bat head way out in front and actually ground it to the other side of Pulfer, so he had to put on the brakes, come back the other way, and he's lucky he was actually just able to get to the ball. So a base hit there, and Taylor Oldham will be the batter. It's 5-3 Wichita. So here's Oldham. Oldham reached on a hit and scored a run in the 6th. A toss over to first base, and Van Straten's back in safely. So a big inning here for Cody Kendall as he throws over to first again, and once again, Denker playing with his old teammate Van Straten. Denker went running for a ball that didn't get away from him. And Van Straten got up quickly, but did not leave the bag. Denker and Van Straten played together last year, and they saw each other in the Mexican League this year, and a quick tag there by Denker, and Van Straten back in safely again. Now Van Straten's going to take a timeout. Van Straten's got to stretch those legs out. So Cody Kendall wearing out Nick Van Straten over there. Van Straten creeps out to his lead. He's quick, so the Lemurs definitely worried about him. The pitch. A fastball that misses up. 1 ball and no strikes. That was the first pitch to Taylor Oldham. Eight hits for Wichita, 9 hits for the Lemurs. Cody Kendall works on the first base side of the rubber. He sets. Takes a long set, and now timeout's called as Taylor Oldham says, that's a little too long for me. I will take a timeout here. So Luis Poyorena got the start tonight for the Laredo Lemurs. He went 5 innings, a good 5 innings there by Luis. Gave up 5 hits and 2 runs, walked a batter and struck out 2. The 1-0 pitch. That's a strike right on the outside corner. Placed finally there by Cody Kendall. 1 ball and 1 strike. Then Luis De La Cruz came in. He pitched an inning and gave up 3 runs. And that's where the Wichita Wingnuts regained the lead. Lemurs had just taken a 3-2 lead there in the top of the 6th inning, and another toss to first, and Van Straten back in safely. Yeah, Lemurs just grabbed a 3-2 lead, and then the Wichita Wingnuts come roaring back against De La Cruz. And the pitch. That one is outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. We sit in the bottom of the 7th inning. We did the stretch here in between innings. So it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Cody Kendall working out of the stretch. He'll bring it home. That is a fastball that misses up. So that's going to make the count 3 balls and 1 strike. So a big pitch coming up here from Kendall. Lemurs can't afford to give up another base runner. They do not want to put Van Straten on at second. And the 3-1 delivery. Swung in a line drive into left field. Morrison stops in his spot. He's going to wait for it. It gets to him on a bounce. And that'll be a base hit for Taylor Oldham, his 2nd hit in a row. So that will move Van Straten up to second base. And Brent Cleveland coming up to the plate. Mike Meyer now coming out of the dugout for the Laredo Lemurs. So Meyer walking up to the mound. Nobody working right now for the Laredo Lemurs bullpen. You know, when I saw Pollo Reina start the game tonight, I thought the Lemurs would have a plan of going with Pollo Reina for as long as he would go and then turn it over the bullpen just like they did and just basically go with Hyatt, Beckman, and Barbria down the stretch. I didn't know Cody Kendall was going to be involved in the situation, and De La Cruz went a little bit off track here tonight. So the Lemurs looking to get things back on the rails. So Wichita, of course, a very good club. They do not make a whole lot of mistakes out there, and you got to beat them soundly. You cannot give them extra bases. You can't give them extra outs, and the Lemurs have not made an error tonight, but they have walked a few batters. 3 balls and 1 strike. Van Straten at second base, Oldham at first. The pitch, a swing and a ground ball. Chopped right back to Kendall. Kendall will throw to second for 1. Back over to first base, a tough play, and it's not in time. So the Lemurs get 1 important out there. Van Straten moves up to third. Goes 1-4 on the put out for the 2nd out, and Cleveland reaches on a fielder's choice, and here comes Andy LaRoche.
It's the Janet King cleanup hitter. First baseman number 32, Andy LaRoche.
So here comes Andy LaRoche.
The king of clean.
Here's the pitch to LaRoche, and that one is inside. That one almost got a piece of Andy LaRoche. And the Lemurs need 1 more out to get themselves back into the dugout for the 8th inning. For the Lemurs, when they come up to the plate, it's going to be Danker, Pulfer, and Martinez. 1 ball and no strikes. And the pitch. And that one is just outside. A fastball there from Cody Kendall. So runners at the corners. And Kendall sets at the belt. And now he brings it home, and that one is swung and grounded foul up the third base line, and LaRoche may have broke his bat there, so he's going to walk back to the dugout and get a new piece of wood. So he'll exchange that one with the bat boy, and looks like he's ready. Nope, now he says, I need a little pine tar here. So he asks for the pine tar stick. And he'll go and get the sticky stuff on there so he doesn't go throwing the bat into the third deck here at the ballpark. And the ball boy will bring some baseballs out and refresh the home plate umpire. Andy LaRoche with a couple of walks tonight, and both times he has come in to score when he reached base on those walks. So a big hitter here up at the plate. And the 2-1 pitch. Fastball low and outside. First LaRoche, the former big leaguer. He's got those pant legs all the way down to his shoe tops. Wears number 32 on his back. And Cody Kendall ready to throw. The pitch. Swung on a ground ball up to the third baseman. Silverio down to a knee. He'll throw over to first base. It's in time to get the out, and Cody Kendall strands a couple of runners there for the Wichita Wingnuts. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball. Lemurs are down 3-2. Looking to travel this summer? If the year-round flights to Las Vegas aren't fit for you, take advantage of Allegiant's direct flights from Laredo International Airport to Orlando. For as low as $119 round trip, you and your family can be in Orlando in 2.5 hours. Fly in comfort from your Laredo International Airport. Visit Allegiant.com for details and specials. Texas Outlaw Grill is a proud sponsor of your Laredo Lemurs, specializing in outlaw delicacies such as the Texican, the Gringo, and the Bandit hot dog and their ever-famous barbecue burger. Be the first to try their groundbreaking Cabrito hamburger and Cabrito hot dog. For all to-go orders, catering, and fundraising information, go by 5209 Springfield Suite number 4 or call 956-771-1919. That's Texas Outlaw Grill.
Welcome to Whataburger. Today we're cooking the sweet and spicy bacon burger.
Wow, it's beautiful.
2 beef patties, American cheese, Monterey Jack cheese, bacon, grilled onions, the sweet and spicy pepper sauce.
Sweet in the front and then the spicy in the back. I like it. I like it a lot.
It's like a perfect balance, and then that bacon right there, it adds crunchiness.
I'll get back in line and get another one, I'll tell you that much.
Sweet spicy bacon burger. Come down to Whataburger. It's only here for a limited time.
Driscoll Health Plan loads the bases with value. We knock it out of the park with all the value-added services we bring to our Medicaid members. Driscoll families cheer on the Grand Slam packages, sports physicals, free memberships to Boys and Girls Clubs, and dental care for pregnant women over 21. Take a swing at our baby showers offered by Cadena de Madre. Forget those peanuts and Cracker Jacks, root for our baby blankets and more. Come slide into home when you receive gift cards for completing Texas Health Steps checkups and attending postpartum visits on time. Don't miss a play. Restrictions and limits may apply. Visit DriscollHealthPlan.com. There's a reason why Popeyes creates some of the best tasting chicken in the world. We were born in New Orleans, Louisiana, the land of good fun and great cooking. Spicy flavor is a way of life in New Orleans, and everything we make reflects it. From our Popeyes bona fide chicken and handcrafted tenders to our home-style mashed potatoes with Cajun gravy and our soft, buttery biscuits, everything we make is made with care and served up fresh. Only at Popeyes.
All right, Travis Denker leads it off for the Laredo Lemurs. He's got 2 hits, and he's going to be facing off against a tough customer, Daniel Bennett. Denker faced off against Bennett in yesterday's ball game, and Denker ended up striking out. Daniel Bennett throws a wiffle ball slider. That's what I like to call it. Throws sidearm. It floats up there, has a lot of break to it. Away from the right-handed batter and into the lefty. It's 5-3 Wichita. Here's the pitch. And that's a fastball. That hits the outside corner, so instead of the wiffle ball slider, he gets a fastball, does Denker. And it's no balls and 1 strike. So Bennett, big right-handed pitcher. He throws, and that one is swung and missed there by Denker. Once again, that was the wiffle ball slider. During the season, Bennett ended up putting up a 1-8 record, which is kind of odd because he only had a 1.96 ERA. No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch, that's the slider again. It misses outside, way outside. In fact, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lemurs trail by 2. Each team has 9 hits in the game. Denker 2 for 3 today. Got a single back in the 4th and an RBI there, and he doubled back in the 6th inning. In fact, the Lemurs, they opened up with a walk to 5th and then a double by Denker. And the Lemurs were only able to get 1 run that inning. Here's the 1-2. That is low for a ball. But that 1 run at the time was good enough to give the Lemurs a 3-2 lead. But in the bottom of the 6th inning, the Wingnuts struck back for 3 runs of their own. A 2-2 count to Denker. Pulfer on deck, the pitch. That one is low and inside to Travis Denker. Well, I'm sure Denker much rather see a 96-mile-an-hour fastball here rather than this slider that Daniel Bennett throws. Kind of looks like Kyle Rui out there throwing. Rui from the Sioux Falls Canaries. I don't think Rui played this year for Sioux Falls or for anybody for that matter, but He kind of threw a similar pitch, the wiffle ball slider. Here's the 3-2, and that one is outside. Danker checked his swing. Yes, he did. They checked down with the first base umpire. So Danker reaches base, a leadoff base runner here for Laredo, and now J.D. Pulfer coming up to the plate.
Number 10, J.D. Pulfer.
So Pulfer will also bat from the right side of the batter's box, as he always does. I don't know which side would be easier to hit from with Bennett throwing up there. I would guess with the lefty, at least the ball's coming into you. And you probably have a better chance to hit it from the left side of the batter's box. Well, we'll see Drew Martinez come up next. And the pitch, that's a fastball right down the middle to Pulfer. Pulfer probably looking for that slider, and he ends up getting a fastball. Well, I just looked up Daniel Bennett on Baseball Reference. It says he was born in 1926 and that he's 89 years old. Probably not the same guy, I would think. No balls and a strike. I hope he's not the same guy. The pitch swung on and a little pop-up into shallow right center field. Going out the second baseman, Smart. Diving head first is Van Stratton. The ball falls to the ground. He rolls over with it, throws over to second base, and gets the out. Well, Danker was caught in no man's land. You can't blame Travis Danker for that at all. He had to wait to see if the ball was going to be caught. Van Stratton actually dove head first and had the ball in his mitt for a brief moment. He rolled over on the ball. The ball came out of his mitt. And Danker had to decide where to go. So he had to go to second base, and he ends up being out. Van Stratton was able to recover pretty quickly once the ball got away from him. So an 8-6 put out, and that'll be the first out of the inning. J.D. Pulfer does get a base hit for his efforts. That's his second hit of the night. And into the batter's box is the left-handed batter, Drew Martinez, with one down in the top of the 8th inning. Here's the pitch, and there's the wiffle ball slider, but it misses outside. See this, Daniel Bennett. Played in the North Atlantic League back in 1947. One ball and no strikes. And the pitch, swung in and a line drive into left field, charging in is Harrison Kane. Kane with a head first dive. He grabs the ball. That'll be the second out. Martinez has a base hit taken away from him. 2 outs in the inning, and some good defensive play here by the Wingnuts is catching up to the Lemurs right now.
Third baseman number 32.
Well, I was wondering if Martinez would hit the ball well, and he did hit it well against Daniel Bennett. So maybe lefties do fare better against guys like Daniel Bennett, those wiffle ball slider guys. So here's Silverio. Got a base hit back in the 6th. He's the one that actually drove in Phipps, and the slider there misses inside. It's 5-3 Wichita. We're in the top of the 8th inning. There's bullpen action right now for Wichita. And it's Brad Orsi up there throwing. 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the pitch. Slider away. 2 balls and no strikes. Two balls and no strikes. Bennett turns his whole body and looks over at first base, making sure Pulfer's not going anywhere. Here's the pitch, and it's low and in. So 3 balls and no strikes. Well, Bennett tied for 4th in the American Association in appearances this year. He had 48 of those. He struck out the 200th batter of his career back on June 16th against Gary, the Gary South Shore Railcats. Here's the 3-0 pitch, and that one's across the inside corner for a strike. Bennett helped the Florida State League Lakeland Flying Tigers end up winning a 2012 championship back then. He posted a 1.59 ERA with 9 strikeouts, and he pitched 5 2/3 innings in the playoffs. The pitch swung in a ground ball over to the second baseman. Smart has it. He'll grab the bag all by himself, and that'll be the 3rd and final out for the Laredo Lemurs. We're through 7 1/2. It's 5-3 Wichita. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th inning. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball and a whole lot more. Playoff style, yeah.
For all of your vehicle collision repair and paint needs, there's only one place to turn, Mike's Paint Place. Mike's Paint Place has computerized color matching and digital imaging. They also do full frame and suspension repairs. Stop by and see Mike's Paint Place today at 6410 Polaris Drive in Laredo.
Uni-Trade continues to provide solutions in foreign trade through a highly satisfactory customs brokerage service. Uni-Trade has quality trained personnel devoted to the highest level of customer service. For all your transportation, distribution, and consolidation needs, it's Uni-Trade. Chavarrias Plumbing's the #1 choice for any plumbing problem. Chavarrias is a full-service company with up-to-date technology trained professionals. With over 30 years of service to the community, Chavarrias is still growing strong. Visit chavarriasplumbing.com and go Lemurs!
Breakfast speaks for itself here at Whataburger. It's going to be hot, it's going to be fresh. It's almost like when you were a kid and you wake up in the morning, you can smell mom cooking breakfast.
I like their hash browns.
My favorite's the honey butter chicken biscuit. I like the taquitos. We have some fresh cracked eggs here.
I like these pancakes because they're fluffy.
I really like the fact that you can get into Whataburger real fast and bring it on the go. We're cooking breakfast for you at Whataburger.
Tokyo Garden of Laredo is located at 2515 East Del Mar Boulevard, and they serve the best sushi in town. Stop by Tokyo Garden for a quick lunch or a fancy dinner. Either way, you're going to enjoy our fine cuisine. Did you just get off work? Then come on by and check out our happy hour specials. Tokyo Garden, where you'll find the best sushi in Laredo.
Now batting for the Wingnuts, third baseman number 15,
All right, so the third baseman's going to start it off, TJ Middlestat for the Wichita Wingnuts. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's 5-3 Wichita. Cody Kendall retoes the rubber for the Lemurs, and Middlestat swings through a fastball that's on the outside corner. So it's no balls and a strike. 5 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for Wichita. 3 runs, 9 hits, and no errors tonight for your Laredo Lemurs. And the 0-1 pitch. That is also a strike on the outside part of the plate. No balls and 2 strikes. The skyline in the background, lit up here tonight in Wichita. We're right across the street from the downtown area, across the river. The 0-2 pitch swung and missed. There's strike 3. Middlestat goes down swinging. And Cody Kendall comes out firing again. Kendall was impressive there in the 7th inning, working out a little bit of trouble that he created, and then comes back here and gets a strikeout to start off the 8th inning. So here comes John Nestor up to the plate now for Wichita. And you got some of the buildings out there over the left center field wall. There's some purple lighting and some green lighting out there. I don't think you could see it on the little video screen that we have here at the ballpark, but some buildings lit up in the background as the next pitch, or the first pitch to Nestor, catches the outside corner for a strike. They have a basketball and hockey arena off in the distance across the river. On the right side of the field, the pitch is outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. They're talking about doing some reverberations over here to the ballpark at Lawrence Dumont Stadium. Lawrence Dumont Stadium, a old ballpark. They say it's the 6th oldest ballpark being used in minor league baseball. The 1-1 pitch fouled off the plate. We'll see another pitch coming up. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bottom of the 8th inning, so the Lemurs have 1 more chance to come up to the plate and see if they can do any damage and try to come back in this one. If not, we will have Game 5 for you tomorrow night. And Cody Kendall into the full windup. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Bang! Cody Kendall firing away here. There's 2 down, and Harrison Kane coming up to the plate. Lawrence Dumont Stadium was built in 1934. It underwent renovations back in 2001. And there was some more renovations back in 2011. Like I said, they're thinking about doing some renovations again to the ballpark coming up here soon. Here's the pitch to Harrison Kane, and Kane swings at a fastball. It's on a couple of hops over to Pulfer. Pulfer will sling it on over to first base, and it's 3 up and 3 down for the Wingnuts here in the 8th inning. We will go to the top of the 9th. The Lemurs trail 5-3. Buckle your chin strap. It's going to get fun. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are a winning combination. At Falcon, they know what counts: personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you.
Need a little spark in your life? Then come on out to Uni-Trade Stadium for Friday night fireworks. Tickets start as low as $5, and you'll get to see great baseball and great fireworks all in one night. To get tickets, call 956-7-LEMURS or go online at LaredoLemurs.com. I'll see you at the ballpark.
Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas, as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to people wondering L-I-T-E, that's how you spell light, which led to people thumbing through their dictionaries, which led to there's got to be a better way to look up words, which led to the invention of spell check, which led to better resumes, promotions, celebrations, and happy hour. Miller Lite, we invented light beer and happy hour. You're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Right now, when you sign up for a Gold's Gym membership, you'll get tons of extras completely free. Confidence, free. Compliments from your coworkers, free. And the desire to wear tiny bathing suits, you guessed it, free. You'll be stronger with extras, and you'll be stronger with Gold's Gym. Know your own strength. Tiny bathing suit not included.
In over 40 years, nobody's helped more families achieve the American dream of home ownership than Armadillo. In fact, Armadillo Homes has built more homes than all other builders combined. And there are reasons for this: integrity, responsibility, service, and of course, quality. So if you're thinking about making the greatest investment in your life, think of the one builder who's dedicated its entire life to helping the Laredo family. Think Armadillo Homes, armadillohomes.com. Go Lemurs.
Pro Mega Signs of Laredo is there for all of your printing and signage needs. We can be found at 1615 Jackman Road in Laredo, or you can reach us by phone at 956-723-2110. Again, that's 956-723-2110. If you need a sign, big or small, come to Pro Mega Signs of Laredo, where your print job is just around the corner.
All right, away we go into the ninth inning. It's going to be Phil Pohl to lead it off for the Laredo Lemurs, and he has been hot here for Laredo. 2 hits in today's game alone for the Lemurs, and Ty Morrison will be up next, and then Abel Nieves. Paul Smythe is the new pitcher in for the Wichita Wingnuts. We saw Smythe pitch in yesterday's ball game. He pitched in the last inning against Laredo and gave up a run, so the Lemurs can get to him. Here's the pitch, and he throws inside to Phil Pohl. So 1 ball and no strikes. Smythe, during the regular season, pitched in 12 games for Wichita, posted a 1-0 record and a 4.50 ERA. And the pitch, a strike on the outside corner just below the belt to Phil Pohl. So big inning here for the Lemurs. The Lemurs trail 5-3. We're in the top of the 9th inning, so the Lemurs need at least 2 runs to tie it up. And the pitch, swung and lifted in the air right around home plate. And coming down the third baseline is Middlestat. Middlestat right by the third baseline. He'll make the catch in fair territory. 1 out. And here comes Ty Morrison. So the Lemurs leadoff man will get a chance to hit with 1 out. Morrison has reached twice today. He reached on a base hit back in the first, and then he reached on catcher's interference in the 7th inning. Well, there was a little bit of a hubbub about that. John Nestor thought it was the ball that hit his mitt, not the bat. And then Kevin Hooper was arguing about it a little bit as well, but no one got tossed. Here's the pitch. A fastball that clips the outside corner for a strike. Morrison has picked up a hit in every game of the series so far. Got 2 in the first game, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, and 1 here in the fourth. No balls and a strike to Morrison. The pitch. Swung on a ground ball into right field, a base hit. Went right by the statue at Andy LaRoche. LaRoche just had his feet planted. He knew he couldn't get to that ball, so he watched it go by. And Ty Morrison is on base. Well, there you go. Ty Morrison with 2 base hits here today. And the guys have a joke on the team that Ty Morrison rolls out of bed with 2 hits.
Second baseman number 14,
And it's really no joke. Ty Morrison is just one of those guys that can get some hits. Here's Abel Nieves now for the Lemurs. Lemurs trail 5-3, top of the 9th inning. Runner at first base, and Smythe delivers swung and lifted foul up and over the ballpark here. Abel Nieves, a former member of the Wichita Wingnuts. When I first saw Abel Nieves, he was playing for the Wichita Wingnuts, and I admired his game quite a bit. Back in 2013, he batted .357 for Wichita and ended up winning the American Association batting title. Here's the 0-1. And that one is right down the middle of the plate for a strike. Well, I still do admire Abel Nieves' baseball game. The guy can flat out hit. He hit .353 this year. Played in 66 games for the Laredo Lemurs. Remember, he went away for about a month and played in the Mexican League during the month of August. Well, July and August, as Nieves swings and misses here. He strikes out. And that is an oddity in itself. That'll be the second out of the inning, and the Lemurs are down to their final out of this ball game. Well, the starters for both sides are a mystery for tomorrow. If the Lemurs do not come back in this game, I will have no idea who the Lemurs will throw. I can guess, but I don't know if I'd be right. I was surprised today when Pollo Reina ended up getting the start. Here's Kevin Taylor. Morrison's running, and the pitch is on the out. Nope. Brian Childs said Taylor went around on the check swing. So they're going to give it a check swing strike instead of a called strike. So it's no balls and one strike. Lemurs trail by 2. Top of the 9th. Last chance here for Laredo. And Smythe, he gets the sign. He'll set at the belt with a runner at second base now. Morrison taking the bag on the defensive indifference. The pitch swung on and missed. And a nasty pitch there. So the Lemurs down to their final out and their final strike. Kevin Taylor struck out in his last at bat. So Kevin Taylor going to go ahead and shorten up here and make sure he puts the ball in play, I'm sure. And the 0-2 delivery. And that one misses outside. Well, Nestor set up outside, and the fans here wanted it because the ball hit the mitt. One ball and 2 strikes to Taylor. Yeah, Taylor with some sneaky pop down there. He can surprise guys from time to time. He surprises me when he hits home runs. Doesn't look like a home run hitter. But he got 11 on the season. The 1-2, he swings here and fouls it off. Just an emergency swing there just to make sure he got a piece of it. Kevin Taylor has been a joy to take in all season long with the Laredo Lemurs. He had 11 home runs and 54 RBIs for the boys from Uni-Trade Stadium. Morrison at second base. He's got a huge lead, but nobody even around him. They're not worried about his run. The pitch swung on and popped up into foul territory over by the third base dugout. Middle step puts on the brakes. He squeezes the ball, and Wichita has won the game. The final score, the Wingnuts 5, the Lemurs 3. We will have Game 5 tomorrow night here at Lawrence Dumont Stadium. Make sure you tune in for that one. It is going to be a very entertaining ball game, just like the one here tonight. So Wichita wins 5-3, and we will play Game 5. That'll come up tomorrow night. We're going to take a timeout. Come back with the post-game show. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball. Lemurs lose 5-3.
Thanks for joining us for Laredo Lemurs Baseball, brought to you by Popeye's Chicken, AEP Texas, Armadillo Homes, Ascending Technologies, Ashley's Furniture of Laredo, Capital Care EMS, Chavarias Plumbing, Core Business Solutions, Driscoll Health Plan, Falcon International Bank, Family Chevrolet, Gold's Gym, Guerra Communications, HEB, iGadget Repair Center, Kaplan College, Laredo International Airport, Laredo Pony League, Laredo Sports Medicine, Mike's Paint Place, Pepsi, Pro Mega Signs, Southern Distributing, Southern Sanitation, Talk and Talk Wireless, TAMU Housing and Residence, Texas Farm Bureau, Texas Inflatables, Texas Outlaw Grill, Tokyo Garden, Total Termite Pest and Control, Uni-Trade 40, Whataburger of Alice. The Laredo Lemurs post-game show is coming your way next.
For all of your vehicle collision repair and paint needs, there's only one place to turn, Mike's Paint Place. Mike's Paint Place has computerized color matching and digital imaging. They also do full frame and suspension repairs. Stop by and see Mike's Paint Place today at 6410 Polaris Drive in Laredo.
Uni-Trade continues to provide solutions in foreign trade through a highly satisfactory customs brokerage service. Uni-Trade has quality trained personnel devoted to the highest level of customer service. For all your transportation, distribution, and consolidation needs, it's Uni-Trade. Chavarrias Plumbing's the #1 choice for any plumbing problem. Chavarrias is a full-service company with up-to-date technology trained professionals. With over 30 years of service to the community, Chavarrias is still growing strong. Visit chavarriasplumbing.com and go Lemurs!
Breakfast speaks for itself here at Whataburger. It's going to be hot, it's going to be fresh. It's almost like when you were a kid and you wake up in the morning, you can smell mom cooking breakfast.
I like their hash browns.
My favorite's the honey butter chicken biscuit. I like the taquitos. We have some fresh cracked eggs here.
I like these pancakes because they're fluffy.
I really like the fact that you can get into Whataburger real fast and bring it on the go. We're cooking breakfast for you at Whataburger.
Tokyo Garden of Laredo is located at 2515 East Del Mar Boulevard, and they serve the best sushi in town. Stop by Tokyo Garden for a quick lunch or a fancy dinner. Either way, you're going to enjoy our fine cuisine. Did you just get off work? Then come on by and check out our happy hour specials. Tokyo Garden, where you'll find the best sushi in Laredo.
Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are a winning combination. At Falcon, they know what counts. Personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you.
Need a little spark in your life? Then come on out to Uni-Trade Stadium for Friday night fireworks. Tickets start as low as $5, and you'll get to see great baseball and great fireworks all in one night. To get tickets, call 956-7-LEMURS or go online at laredolemurs.com. I'll see you at the ballpark.
Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today.
Now it's time for the Laredo Lemurs post-game show. Laredo Lemurs Baseball is brought to you by Popeye's Chicken, AEP Texas, Armadillo Homes, Ascending Technologies, Ashley's Furniture of Laredo, Capital Care EMS, Chavarrias Plumbing, Core Business Solutions, Driscoll Health Plan, Falcon International Bank, Family Chevrolet, Gold's Gym, Guerra Communications, HEB, iGadget Repair Center, Kaplan College, Laredo International Airport, Laredo Pony League, Laredo Sports Medicine, Mike's Paint Place, Pepsi, Pro Mega Signs, Southern Distributing, Southern Sanitation, Talk and Talk Wireless, TAMU Housing and Residence, Texas Farm Bureau, Texas Inflatables, Texas Outlaw Grill, Tokyo Garden, Total Termite Pest and Control, Uni-Trade Forwarding, Whataburger of Alice. Now here's Bill Harrington with Laredo Lemurs post-game show.
All right, Lemurs fans, thanks for sticking around for the post-game show here at Lawrence Dumont Stadium. I'll go ahead and put a nice little bow on this one for you as the Lemurs take a loss tonight. They have lost 2 in a row now in the series, and they will have to play Game 5 tomorrow night to try to go to the American Association Championship Series against the Sioux City Explorers. So Lemurs lose 5-3. It was 5 runs, 9 hits, and 1 error tonight for the Wichita Wingnuts. 3 runs, 10 hits, and no errors tonight for the Laredo Lemurs. Alex Boshears gets the win. Luis de la Cruz takes the loss. Paul Smythe, he gets the save on the night. The game was played in 2 hours and 30 minutes here this evening. So it was the Wichita Wingnuts getting on the board first back in the 2nd inning against Luis Poyorena, the Lemurs starter tonight. LaRoche reached on a walk, and then TJ Middlestat tripled. That brought in Andy LaRoche to put Wichita up 1-0. And then with Middlestat at third base, John Nestor singled to bring home Middlestat, and that made it 2-0 for the Wichita Wingnuts. And the Lemurs would get on the board and tie up the game there in the 4th inning. Abel Nieves would start things off with a walk, and then Kevin Taylor would single. And then with runners at the corners for the Lemurs, there'd be a wild pitch during the Dennis Phipps at bat. That would send Taylor over to second base. So runners at 2nd and 3rd for the Lemurs in the 4th inning with Dennis Phipps up. Phipps would hit a ground ball over the second baseman. He would ground out. That would bring home Abel Nieves, so the Lemurs would be down 2-1 at the time. And then Travis Danker would pick up a base hit. That would drive in Kevin Taylor from third base. And the Lemurs would tie up the game at 2 apiece. Well, we would go into the 6th inning, and we'd see the Lemurs take their first lead of the night. Lemurs see Dennis Phipps reach base on a walk, and then Travis Danker would double. And now we put runners at 2nd and 3rd for the Lemurs. And then a new pitcher came in. Alex Boshears would come into the ball game. And he would get the first 2 batters out that he would face. Both of them foul ball pop-ups. One caught by the catcher, and then the other caught by the shortstop in foul territory up the third baseline. Then with 2 outs, Juan Silverio would break out of his funk. He would get a base hit. He would drive home Dennis Phipps from third, and the Lemurs would be up 3-2. Well, after that, in the bottom of the 6th inning, taking over for the Lemurs was Luis De La Cruz. De La Cruz came out, and he gave up 3 runs to the Wingnuts. Taylor Oldham reached on a single. And then with 1 out, Landy LaRoche would reach on a walk. That would put runners at 1st and 2nd base. Then TJ Middlestat would walk, and that would load the bases. Then it was John Nestor's turn. He would single with a little bloop into right center field. It would end up scoring 2 runs, and that would give the Wichita Wingnuts a 1-run lead. At the time, it'd be 4-3 Wichita. And then Harrison Kane came up to the plate with a runner at 3rd base. Kane would reach on a fielder's choice. The out would be made at 2nd base. The Lemurs tried to turn a double play, but they couldn't get it. And the run ends up coming in to score from 3rd, and that would be the last and final runs up on the board for Wichita as they go on and win the game 5-3. Lemurs didn't mount much of a rally after that. In the 7th inning, they did get a runner at 3rd base, but they couldn't bring him home. They did not get a runner up to 3rd base after that. The next closest batter was Ty Morrison, who reached over at 2nd base in the 9th inning for the Laredo Lemurs, but Kevin Taylor ends up getting out to end the ball game for Laredo. So the Lemurs have to play this 5th and final game tomorrow night. It's going to be at 7:05 here from Wichita, so it should be another dandy on schedule. And it's going to be the first 5th and final game, or the 5th and deciding game that the Lemurs are going to play in their history. They have never played in a game in this situation before as a team, so it should be an exciting night tomorrow night. If they win, they move on to the American Association Championship against the Sioux City Explorers. If they lose, they go home and pack their bags and get ready for next season. So Sioux City wins tonight. Congratulations to them. They have moved on. They're going to be playing in the American Association Championship, and they'll have to wait until tomorrow night's over to see who they're going to have to play in the American Association Championship Series. The American Association Championship Series, by the way, is also the best of 5, so it's the first one to win 3 will be the American Association champion. So that's going to do it for tonight's broadcast. The Lemurs lose 5-3. And we'll bring it back at you tomorrow night, 7:05 for the first pitch here from Lawrence Dumont Stadium. Glad you tuned in tonight, and I'm sure you'll be back tomorrow night for another exciting ball game here at Lawrence Dumont. My name is Bill Harrington. Have a good night, everybody.
Thanks for joining us for Laredo Lemurs Baseball, brought to you by Popeye's Chicken, AEP Texas, Armadillo Homes, Ascending Technologies, Ashley's Furniture of Laredo, Capital Care EMS, Chavarias Plumbing, Core Business Solutions, Driscoll Health Plan, Falcon International Bank, Family Chevrolet, Gold's Gym, Guerra Communications, HEB, iGadget Repair Center, Kaplan College, Laredo International Airport, Laredo Pony League, Laredo Sports Medicine, Mike's Paint Place, Pepsi, Pro Mega Signs, Southern Distributing, Southern Sanitation, Talk and Talk Wireless, TAMU Housing and Residence, Texas Farm Bureau, Texas Inflatables, Texas Outlaw Grill, Tokyo Garden, Total Termite Pest and Control, Uni-Trade Forwarding, Whataburger of Alice. Join us next time for all your Laredo Lemurs action.